We're rolling hot live Tuesday morning, middays with Marks 97.5. The Fanatic on the radio, on the Fanatic app. Good morning. Watching live on YouTube, which we had a lot of live viewers yesterday, so keep it up. Keep tuning in. We're going to make this fun. John Marks, good morning. Make sure you like and subscribe to 97.5 The Fanatic on YouTube. Watch all our show live. Go back and watch on demand. And you can watch features and segments that we put on there. Just check us out as we say good morning to King Ray. King Ray, good morning.
Good morning, John. How are you?
Hey, Ray.
So for people that aren't watching, Ray is dressed up in, would you say this is, did you get this from the Halloween store? Is this the type of getup that you have on?
Amazon, man.
Right. So, but that's the quality of it is Halloween store?
No one's actually giving me a real king's robe.
So Ray is wearing a red king's robe that looks like a smoker's jacket, but it's a robe. And what's the crown made of? Plastic?
Yeah.
A plastic king crown, but you don't have a scepter, do you?
I did not bring in the scepter.
Oh, you need that. All right. Well,
I'm already struggling with the crown because I tried to put on the headphones and I can't put the headphones on.
So you can't hear me unless you turn your microphone off?
No, I can hear you because I got the headphones so loud right now, but I know it's going to echo through the mic. This is a disaster already. Anytime I try and do something with a costume, it ends up being a failure.
That's okay. We appreciate the effort.
Yeah, I tried.
So Ray is not going to drive to Akron today, but he will be driving to Akron at some point to go to all LeBron's house growing up, to St. Vincent, St. Mary's, to a chili place or whatever they have in Akron. Good morning, Ray. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome.
I look forward to going down to City Hall, too, in this at some point and talking to people about LeBron.
Right. And you do have clothes underneath the robe. I know I requested totally naked underneath the robe.
Yeah, we ran that one up the flagpole, and they weren't too thrilled with that idea.
I didn't request it. That was your idea. We say good morning to Sean Brace. Hi, Sean.
Oh, yes, indeed. Good morning. Ray, love it. You know me, thumbs up on anything that is out of the ordinary. And, yes, a lot like my Uncle Scam hat that I was wearing.
Yes, we have props.
You can't wear it with headphones. That's the issue.
You can take the crown off and put the headphones
There
on
you go,
if it doesn't. Why can't you increase the size of the headphones and put it over the crown? I don't understand.
These headphones are basically broken at this point.
Well, yeah, they're all crappy. So why don't bring mine in? Because someone breaks them. I'll leave them in the studio for one day. They'll disappear or they'll be broken. All right, we have a lot to talk about, Sean. We're going to get to the Phillies in the second segment. But let me hear a little Matt Corey, because LeBron James is a Philadelphia 76er. What do you think?
Go ahead and hit it, Ray. Give it to me one time. One time. Come on now.
You know where it is?
I got
At
it.
6'9" from St. Vincent, St. Mary's, number 23, LeBron James.
There he is.
So good.
And you know what was great about yesterday? I did it last night and this morning. I went back and I listened to all the shows and their reaction. Because, like, for instance, Dan Patrick, and I think I like Dan Patrick's show, he was at the very end of his show on Friday. People didn't there's morning drive and afternoon and middays, depending on where you are, didn't get a chance to react to it, really. So it's just like me. I missed it on Friday. So a summer Friday, now Monday morning, it's still a very fresh topic. And it's the lead on everything. It was the lead on ESPN. It was the lead on Get Up. Obviously, it's the biggest story in sports. And I was really curious to hear what people had to say, because I think the initial knee-jerk reaction from a lot of people, and these are the Charles Barkleys and the others of the world that just have it in for LeBron, is, oh, well, he's stacking the deck and he's ring-chasing and blah, 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 blah. You know what I heard a lot of yesterday? I respect LeBron James. He's going to the Sixers for all the right reasons. He wants to win. He's not going to make any real money. This isn't about money. This isn't about going to a stacked team of Oklahoma City or San Antonio. He's going to the team that he feels like has the best chance to win a championship. And I was really happy to hear the majority of people's opinions of this is a great story. We had talked about it, Sean, for a long time before when we were discussing why he would come here. And we agreed easily the best storyline is the Sixers. The Cavs, he goes home, blah. Miami, he goes back to Miami, Right? LeBron James didn't take the safe move. He didn't go to Cleveland. Wouldn't matter if he would have won. Didn't go to Miami. Would it matter if they won there? Maybe a little bit more, but no, not really. No one thought he was going to win in Golden State. He actually went to the destination where the pressure is on him to win a championship. He had no pressure if he went anywhere else. There was no pressure at all. The pressure is now on LeBron James to win, and to win in an environment that is described by everybody as volatile. I heard a lot of that yesterday. What happens to LeBron if the team's not good in the first month? Is he going to get booed? LeBron James didn't take the easy way out. LeBron James didn't take the safe place to go. LeBron James put himself out there, and he went to the most difficult destination because he wanted the best chance to win. And I really admire him for that.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I agree with everything you just said. And with the bold print at the top, bold font, the fact that everybody has an opinion. Again, it's LeBron James, breaking news. He's polarizing for a lot of people out there. Every talk show, everybody out there had a take on him. So you're right. I get home yesterday, and I'm going through. I just threw his name in the search bar, and I'm seeing this guy in L.A. say this. I see this guy in Cleveland saying this, Minnesota, and I just could not get enough of it. But from the national perspective, guys that we grew up watching, me still to this day, PTI. We're going to hear from Wilbon, who really was on the other side, but Kornheiser going nuts, waxing poetic about how cool this is that LeBron is literally giving it his best shot to win a championship. He is chasing what nobody has ever done before in the history of the game, to win 4 championships with 4 different franchises. If you are in the pursuit of MJ, who, for my opinion, boys, is still in front of him, yes, shocker, but if you want to go ahead and beat Michael Jordan in that discussion, you need something that he does not have. MJ doesn't have that. That is a hell of a deal if he goes to Philadelphia, which he is, and gets a ring with the Sixers. 43 years, we know it, 01, the list goes on and on. But it's so impressive for LeBron to say, you know what? It's not about family. It's not about money. I'm ready to sacrifice. I'm ready to grind. I'm ready to work.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a comfort level. Anywhere else he could have went, he would have had a comfort level that he's not going to experience here. This is not going to be easy. Wilbon called it dumb for everybody to say that, oh, there you go, the Sixers are going to win. And he's right. It's not as easy as LeBron coming here. This isn't the perfect roster. It has a ton of talent. This isn't the perfect roster in 1 year to put all of these talented people and to be able to beat really good teams.
Yep.
It puts the Sixers in a different tier than everybody else. You have the Knicks, the Sixers. You have the 2 teams in the West, and maybe you have another team or 2, but they're the best teams in the NBA going into the season. Now they got to make it work, and they got to make it work in a city that he hasn't experienced before. He has not experienced the media, local media scrutiny, and just the noise. And you'll feel it, and he'll feel it. And I really respect it. It's a great story for the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great story for Philadelphia. It's a great story. And I was so glad to hear so many people acknowledge this is really, really cool. I'm glad LeBron did that. You brought up MJ, and I'm going to bring it up now before I forget. When Michael Jordan went to Washington, did he go to a Washington team where he's like, wow, I can win a championship there?
No.
He went to a bad Washington team for what reason? He wanted an ownership stake.
Oh, yeah.
And he brought in Doug Collins, who was going to be the coach. Michael Jordan didn't go to Washington because he said, you know what, damn it, I want to get back and I want to win one more time. He went to Washington because he was going to make more money and he was going to be a part owner of the team. And I'm not going to criticize him for him. That's what he wanted to do. LeBron did the exact opposite. LeBron went to Philadelphia and is going to Philadelphia and is coming to the city making less than $4 million a year because he wants a shot at winning another title. And when you read what he put on Twitter, that wasn't written by a publicist. That wasn't written by some PR person. You could tell that came from LeBron's heart. This dude wants to win. And he says, you know what? I got a couple years left. I'm going to give everything that I have to bring in another championship and bringing it to Philadelphia. And it feels so good that it's happening here. It really does.
It's unbelievable, and we're just getting started. Like, I can't give me the announcement. I know that it was the official, but I need more. I just want to see him hold the jersey up. I want to see what he looks like with the 76ers, not these Photoshops of him riding quads down north in North Philly.
I saw him on the Broad Street line on the subway.
I need to see LeBron with the Sixers. I know that he was already practicing with Tyrese Maxey, which I thought was pretty cool already, but these guys are gym rats. It doesn't matter if he's 40-plus years old. This is what he's been able to do, and this is the reason why he's been able to play at this high level, because he take care of himself.
When does training camp start? It's got to be coming up in September, right?
Last year was like the 26th of September, 26, 27. And we're getting the dribs and drabs of the preseason schedule. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure that we're going to start getting some leaks on opening night and Christmas and all that. Yeah, it's an exciting time right now. No doubt about it.
You can't- Like, the day that training camp starts, I mean, think about what that's going to be like. Like, I was actually, it was before I worked in the media, but T.O. coming to Philadelphia was as big of a story in my lifetime because that was a team that was very close to making a Super Bowl, couldn't get over the hump. And a star like T.O., and he was, if not the biggest star in the NFL, non-quarterback, biggest star in the NFL, he was right there, larger-than-life personality. Training camp felt like a Super Bowl. Going up there, I remember driving up with my buddies. We almost missed training camp because there's too much traffic. You literally couldn't get up there. And LeBron training camp, the fans aren't going to be able to come and watch it in Camden, but that's the kind of coverage that we're going to get.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be getting live updates from what happened in training. We're going to be, all the news stations are going to be there. Everybody's going to be, we should be there. Why shouldn't we be broadcasting live that day? I mean, since we are the official station, are we still 97.5 LeBron, or has that changed?
That's over.
Oh.
All right, I'm still calling it 97 LeBron.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah, we should be there. Absolutely. And, oh, by the way, something else has taken place today, and nobody's even talking about it. No one's even thinking about it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's it.
All right, that's coming up. 610-632-0975. The joy of LeBron to the agony of the Phillies and Zach Wheeler. He says he just didn't have a good day. Well, his fastball velocity would tell you that maybe it's something more than just not having a good day. We'll talk about that coming up next. Maybe the worst loss of the season to the Marlins last night. We'll break it down. All of that's coming up next. Get in, 610-632-0975. Middays with Marks, 97.5 LeBron.
Cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around. You said it's done.
Sometimes you have this in your bullpen, you come out and you do well. You just figure it out there, or the game kind of just goes your way. But today, you're putting the bat on the ball, good swings, and that just wasn't fun as well as maybe some other times.
Are you at all concerned about moving forward? Why not?
Just one of those days. If you have a bad day, once in a while, I'm sure.
Always.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
All right, great audio from that.
It was
Did
literally
our best.
You were in the shower with Zach Wheeler.
Yeah,
He dropped the soap.
I saw that.
It was a really bad day.
As we know, Ray uses a bar of soap. Were you here for that?
Yes.
I forgot.
Oh yeah.
You do too.
No. I'm the.
You're not a caveman.
No. Yeah. I got the sponge, the loofah sponge.
Loofah,
Yeah.
Loofah.
Yeah.
It was a bad day, Sean. It was a bad day. And not only did he say that, JT said bad day. There was another position player, too, that said he just had a bad day. Did he? His average on his fastball was down almost 2 miles an hour, 1.7 miles per hour. And I'm not a big stat guy. I don't want to sit here and talk about numbers and analytics. I don't think it translates well to sports radio. But the reality is he hit 95 one time. That was his fastest fastball of the night. Now, Zach Wheeler's a good pitcher. He doesn't have to rely on velocity, but clearly there was something that was off last night. They blamed nausea. I think Mattingly had said, well, he was nauseous. JT had said he didn't look right in the bullpen. Maybe he just wasn't feeling well, but typically you don't lose 2 miles an hour on your fastball because you're nauseous. You lose it because there's something going on in your shoulder, your elbow, or whatever. So we'll see what happens, but, I mean, I don't know. I'd kind of be surprised if there wasn't something going on and he doesn't miss a turn in the rotation or, like, hey, I hope I'm wrong. What I'm saying is you don't lose 2 miles an hour on a fastball from one start unless there's something physically that's going on.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, extremely concerning. And from the game perspective, you go up 2-0, you hand that to Zach Wheeler. And look, this was a game that the Marlins lost 12 straight. You've been slumping a little bit, haven't been playing up to the caliber that the expectations that you should be playing at. And, of course, with the trade deadline coming up here. And you got Wheeler on the mound, which we know the history and the numbers there. This Phillies team wins when Zach Wheeler is your starter. But clearly something was not right with him. 3 innings out, exit stage right. And the Phillies, of course, coughing up the lead, getting the lead back, and then blowing it in the ninth.
They were also huddling up. It wasn't just it seemed like something was kind of off. And then after the game, it's just a bad day. It's just a bad day. I don't know.
They were meeting in a dugout, according to Matt Gelb, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, they were discussing what to do. Because if he's just ineffective, you're going to take him out. They can see when the stuff isn't there. They can see when there's a dip in the velocity. It's very, very concerning. You know why? The only way you're winning a World Series or making a World Series is Zach Wheeler and Chris Sanchez or the pitchers we've seen them be this year.
Correct.
Zach Wheeler is, I'll say, he's your best player on the team. More than Sanchez. I'll lean on Zach Wheeler in a big spot, in a big game, out of the bullpen as a starter over anybody on this team. And if there's an issue, that's a problem. Now, it is far enough. The trade deadline is in less than 1 week. So they may have a better idea of what's going on with him. But you can't replace him. It means that you do certainly need to get a starting pitcher. They needed to get one anyway. But the team has real needs. Like you had said, they're slumping.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look good right now.
No, it definitely does not. And I was trying to paint a rosy picture after losing 2 of 3 to the Dodgers because you had the first game, they slugged and beat them. They hit them 5 home runs, and it's like, that's the recipe for success against the L.A. Dodgers. Then Wheeler goes out there. He didn't get the victory. It was a tough game in that game, too. Game 3, they get boat raced at home, and it's like, okay, you just lost 2 of 3. There's the bar. They're back-to-back World Series champions. You know, if you're Dave Dombrowski, you must improve because this is the last opportunity to do so for your franchise.
We have a good club.
Yeah, thank you. Well, they have a lot of work. Let's put it that way. And to lose that game against the Marlins, who've been atrocious, 12 straight losses.
Yeah, they came back and took the lead. I'm watching being like, this is a good win. You lost Wheeler. He didn't have his stuff. You're concerned about that, but you come back. And you go into the automatic ninth inning with Duran, who's been so good this year, with a 2-run lead. Man, what was the probability of them winning in the ninth inning? I think it was 99% is what I saw last night. With what Duran's done.
First pitch, base hit. First pitch up the middle, base hit. Like, oh, that's not good.
No. Nope. Maybe it's because Ray doesn't go to games anymore.
Ray?
I'm going to start putting this on Ray. When's the last game you went to?
Last Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was in Miami last night.
This guy was all over the place.
All right. Mom, I'm just saying, it feels like the beginning of the season you were Mr. Philly, and then, since then you kind of been dribs and drabs. I didn't know you were down there.
Hey,
last
Ray.
week.
Yeah, I went Monday night, I came back from that game, and I was like, they won 10-7, and I was mad. And then I went the next night, and JT and Justin Crawford managed to pull off one of the dumbest double plays I've ever watched. And I was like, oh, great, even better. Yeah, I was not in a good Phillies mood last week while you were gone.
No.
And they're not doing much to put me in a better mood.
Yeah, so that's my question. How do you feel today?
Not great.
Yeah, this is troublesome. It's troublesome.
Top-heavy team that ended up having two of its top guys have bad nights.
I mean, doesn't it just look like the carbon copy of what's been wrong with the team the last couple of years? Timely hitting.
Yep.
They're not hitting home runs. They're not scoring runs. They actually came back last night. It was a good comeback last night. But when you see it, like, Marsh has come way back down to earth. Schwarber, when he gets hot, man, he's good. Harper was good last night. Turner's been like, I mean, I don't know. But it feels like what we've seen the last couple of years. So the trade deadline's coming up, less than a week. I feel like we're getting the Bader acquisition of 2026. They're going to get a starting pitcher, a 4 or a 5, and they're going to add to the bullpen. And that's what they need to do at a minimum. They need to do that. But, like, how impactful are the moves? And there's talk about Jeff Hoffman coming back here.
Oh, yeah.
And, does anybody really want that? Hoffman was really good when he was here. I don't need to bring him back. Right? Is that the best name that's out there? I know it's the final year of a contract for Hoffman, so it's just a rental. You might not have to give up a lot. Well, you know what? I'd rather give up more and get a good pitcher than give up somebody I don't have confidence in. Like, if you think you're going to go from the fifth inning of a starter and you're going to get 6, 7, 8, and 9 and win a game against the Dodgers out of this bullpen, you're nuts. I don't think you can rely on the offense to really carry this team.
I believe if the playoffs started today, they would be in the 5 spot I have written right in front of me from this article, and they would be taking on the Chicago Cubs in Chicago to start. Look, I just can't sell the rosy pitcher anymore. You just have to be a realist of what we've seen over the years past, and then currently, like, it just feels like, yeah, we're watching episode 4 or whatever it is the last couple seasons. Nothing's changed. I want to hope, and my bias is pulling for this team. But if you're right, if it's not Wheeler and Sanchez and Luzardo giving you 2 or 3 victories in that series, you're in trouble. You're in absolute trouble. But I do want to say it's the law of averages. I think we sat on this show and we knew that Brandon Marsh was going to come back down.
Yeah, I said it last week, or my last week I was here. Yep. It felt like he was going to have the second half slide. He carried him offensively for a good portion of that first half. So, I mean, it brings up Byron Buxton, who is the star center fielder of the Minnesota Twins. The Phillies have been linked to him for a while because he's a former number 2 overall pick. He's talented. His biggest problem has been staying healthy, which he did last year. This year he's having a monster year, 25 home runs, 45 RBIs. He steals bases. He's very good defensively in center field. He's got real power. He has said over and over he's not waiving his no-trade clause. Jim Salisbury reported on his podcast, and we're having Zoe on at 11 o'clock, Zoe Zone.
Yep.
Todd's lucky at 11 o'clock. Jim Salisbury had said to Todd he had heard that Buxton told a Philly, was it at the All-Star game last year or this year, that he would waive the no-trade clause to come to Philadelphia. You have Jim Salisbury? Here's Jim Salisbury on the Philly show.
A lot of names on there intrigue me.
Yeah.
I mean, the number one guy that would intrigue me would be Byron Buxton, but we've talked a million times. We don't know if he'd waive it, though he apparently told the Phillies player last summer he would waive it to come here. That's what a Phillies player told me in the last month or so. So who knows? Who knows if he's blowing smoke on that, but I would keep the phone lines open.
Yep.
Keep the phone lines open. Yeah, this team just lack consistency. It's, and now since the All-Star break, it just feels like it's a little bit different. Like the first half, again, I could paint a rosy picture. They lack consistency. Oh, you could see it, though, if you squint, that this team could very well win, chase down the Braves, have an impact come playoff time, and then lose to the Dodgers.
This team's not good enough to win a World Series, let's be honest.
Hell no.
Right now, what we're looking at, this team's not good enough to win a World Series. They're bullpen, and they can add. Right now, they can add. And that can change. But right now, bringing in Bader is not the difference between winning a World Series and losing in the first or the second round of the playoffs. If you get a Buxton, that can change your season. And that's a Dave Dombrowski move. And I believe he's in, and he's had conversations. Jason Stark had said that the Phillies are absolutely sniffing around about Skubal, and it would make sense. That is a Dave Dombrowski move. Ultimately, I don't think it makes sense. Maybe now with Wheeler, depending.
Yeah.
They revisit those things. To get Buxton, you would have to give up. You don't have a lot of great prospects, high-end top prospects. You would have to give them all up to get Buxton. He's making no money. He's under contract for 2 more years after this year, making $15 million a year. So he's controllable. He's your center fielder. Just the fact that it's not a rental and he has that many years left on the contract, the amount that you would get that they will get for Buxton is a lot. Here's what I'll say. I'll give up anybody in the farm system for Buxton, not Francisco Renteria, who's their 17-year-old down in the Dominican League. He's an untouchable. I would not trade him. They need to get a positional player from their minors that can step up and be a real star. Gage Wood, love you, Gage. See ya. Aiden Miller, bad back at all? See ya. I don't think this is enough.
No, that's the issue.
You're going to need to give up more.
He's got the trade clause, so you're right. It's up to him, and he'll decide where he wants to go. I'm a little concerned with his history. Like Buxton,
Injuries.
yeah, isn't the definition of Cal Ripken Iron Man here.
480 at-bats in 488 at-bats last year. And part of that because he suffered some injuries. 35 home runs, though. Before that, injury year, 355 at-bats, 304 at-bats, 340 at-bats, 235 at-bats. That might have been a COVID year. I'll have to message somebody from the Twins. This year he's been healthy, 329 at-bats, and he's productive, too.
25 bombs.
At this point, don't you have to go for it?
Well, Bryce Harper was on Mookie Betts' podcast last week, and he painted the picture for Dombrowski about, hey, we're not going to have a season next year. You got to be aggressive. And, oh, by the way, this guy might cost you $20 million, but here's the deal. If there's no season next year, doesn't that change the way you have to look at it? So you got Bryce Harper in your clubhouse saying that publicly. Yeah, Dombrowski's going to hit the ground running. The issue is, John, as of yesterday, I think there was 21 teams that were within 3.5 games of a playoff spot in Major League Baseball. So everybody's in contention. So if that's the case, a guy like Buxton, that asking price, again, he controls all those. So that's the difference with him. He could say, I don't want to go there.
Right. And the Twins can say, we're not going to trade you. But
That
to your point, it affects the value you can get because the Twins can't go on the open market and say, he's available, what do you want? So he can say, nah, I'm not going there. So he can really affect the value. But the Twins don't have to trade him. They can revisit it in the offseason or they can keep him. He's making $15 million a year.
I almost don't want them to trade him so we can continue to talk about him for the next 2 years.
And never trade for him. He'll be the Mike Trout.
Yeah, Byron Buxton. Let's do it. Put it on the show sheet, Ray.
I know that every fan is going to say trade the prospects, and they're probably right. Part of the problem is your top prospects, other than Renteria, and there's been some other young players that have taken big steps here. Who's the Ramon? There's a young pitcher. I'm blanking on his name right now, who has really, really taken. He's probably your best pitching prospect, even over Gage Wood at this point, because he gets lots of swings and misses, and he's got elite stuff. But I don't know how much Aiden Miller's worth. That he was your top prospect. Man, he hasn't played this year because of a bad back.
Yeah.
He had back surgery.
You think about if you're a team and the asking, it's like, really, you're offering me that guy? He could potentially be done. You don't know. Something like that, an injury like that. I'm just wondering if this is an opportunity for the Phillies to say, all right, let's go all in with this core right here, right now. Whatever all in, that's up for interpretation. I'm talking about the trade deadline. And then I saw Jeff Passan. He did a quick Q&A rapid fire yesterday. I think he said 90%, because the guy was asking for percentages on 7 or 8 questions. Will there be a lockout, a strike next season? He said 90% yes. So it's like, if this is going to happen, don't you have to do something different if you're the Phillies? There's not going to be a season next year.
But right, combined with Schwarber's age, Harper's age, Wheeler's age, this is an older team. Trey Turner's age. What are you waiting for? 2 years from now when they're 2 years older? Or next year when they play 40 games because they sit out for most of the season? Now's the time to do it. Believe me, I follow the Phillies minor league system. It's Ramon Marquez that we're talking about, the young pitcher. I follow the Phillies minor league system closely. I look at box scores every single day. I watch videos. I follow all the guys on social media, right? I pay close attention to them. I love these prospects. I don't want to trade any of them. But, this is your best chance to win is right now. Not in a year, not in 2 years, right now. If you're able to get Buxton, that changes the dynamic of your team. It just does. You can bat him cleanup. He can be your cleanup hitter. He's your right-handed bat that protects all the lefties. He's he solves everything in center field. Now you don't have to overly rely on Marsh. Now you don't have to over rely on Crawford. Marsh can play some right field. right? Like it gives you the extra bat that you need, and it's not a Bader edition. And it's a guy that's going to be under contract for 2 more years.
Yeah, it definitely makes a lot of sense. It's just, I want to know who the player is, Jimmy. Who's the guy? Who should we believe? I know I'm going to believe Jim Salisbury.
We'll talk to Zoe about it coming up at 11.
Who the hell did he say it to? Because he told Tim Kelly absolutely not at the Yard during this year's All-Star game.
Oh, man. All those Minnesota fans at Tim's mentions. Awesome.
Yeah, that one guy
Yeah,
that's so
hates
mad.
him.
Yeah.
Because Tim works for like 6 different outlets, and he puts out the Buxton story on all 6 of them, and then the
He sees
Minnesota
it 6
fans get
times.
triggered.
I know.
Was it the common man? Was that who it was?
No, it was some guy with a Mamba. It's Mamba something. It's that's
I have the
that's
screenshot.
No, I know it's weird that I remember, but I just seen it so many times. This guy's so mad.
Hates
'Cause
him.
He did the same thing with Duran. Duran's not going anywhere, you losers. And then they get traded to the Phillies, and he's now he just doesn't talk about it.
His name is literally Rip Black Mamba.
Can we
Yes.
can we tweet him as a show? Can we all start tweeting him and
We're
saying
lusting for
Buxton's coming? Yeah, lusting for Buxton.
Lustin
He's
for
coming to he's coming to Philly, and you know it. Let's mean tweet him.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Tim
do it.
Kelly's-
I'm gonna do it right now.
Tim Kelly's dumbass will never let this bleep go. Hey, idiot. Misspelled idiot. At Tim Kelly Sports, you want Twins fans to come after you like last summer? Holy bleep. Buxton isn't bleeping available. Move the bleep on.
How the hell do you? That's funny.
Is Salisbury's video out there? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So retweet the video, and then on the retweet, add Adam. Like do a hey at Mamba, whatever his name is. Buxton's coming to Philly. Just get ready for it. Hashtag Lux. What did you say?
Lustin for Buxton.
Lustin for
baby.
Buxton. And then everybody can do it on 975 middays, and then everybody can pile on.
But let me ask you a serious question, though.
Serious question.
And I don't even want to put this into the atmosphere, but we're talking about his shortest outing in the past 4 seasons, Wheeler. Does that change anything if there's some instant feedback that doesn't come back positive, let's just say, without saying what I'm trying to say?
Would you be surprised if he got an MRI?
No.
I mean, neither.
Okay, but here's the deal.
I wanted, if you're the Phillies, you want to know what's going on before the trade deadline. Now
Absolutely.
you need to know.
Absolutely.
Is this a potential, all right, he's going to skip a start. He's totally fine. You can also get dead arm.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what Ricky has to say about this today. Because you potentially can get dead arm and maybe you skip him once. And he's had issues like this before where he was piling up innings and they skipped him. They went to a six guy rotation. But then the other thing about it is he was so mad that he got passed up for the All-Star game. He was pitching mad. Did he? I mean, I think
never
it's fair
know.
to wonder, did he do too much? Because Zach is a guy with a smooth delivery. When he's throwing 96, 97, it doesn't look like he's throwing 96, 97. He just has such a smooth delivery. Did he overcompensate trying to throw the ball faster and angrier? Because he was mad about the All-Star game. He was pissed, man. And it wasn't just coming out of the All-Star break. It was going into the All-Star break. He was trying to make the team. And then when he didn't make the team, he had that start and he was pissed.
The good news, I would say, from afar, don't really know too much of the details, but I would say the fact that he approached the media or discussed this with the media following the game kind of just, I breathe a little easier at this point in time for Wheeler. I do. Does that mean anything in the grand scheme of things? No, because all that matters is what comes back if they do order the MRI or whatever it may be the next time he takes a start. But that was not good last night. You're right. And then there was you put it in the group text immediately, and you saw some of the things as far as the headlines are concerned. And shortest outing in the last 4 seasons for Zach Wheeler. Not good. Not good at all.
Yeah, it's like my daughter was this is years ago now. She was on a scooter, and she hit like an elevated crack in the sidewalk and flew over her handlebars and landed on her face. She had a helmet on, but immediately jumped up and said, "I'm fine." I'm like, honey, you're not fine. You have a huge brush burn on your face. That was Zach Wheeler after last night. I had a bad day. It's fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm like, are you? Sure as hell didn't seem like it. Man, it looked off from Jump Street.
Yeah.
And they got him the hell out of there. And I'm glad they did.
It's a shame because Harper opens up with the 2-run bomb, too. I'm thinking, all right, here we go. Let's get it going against the Marlins because this was the series that you had to. The Yankees are good. You got to give them all the credit in the world. But this is a winnable series, and to lose game 1 like that with Ray's boy going tonight, not good.
Oh, boy. I didn't even think of that part.
Sorry.
No, but this is when he gives a good outing, right?
So is he?
When you least expect.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is Aaron Nola? Is Aaron Nola now the ace of this starting rotation?
6-1-0.
Whoa!
Let me think.
How did we get there?
No, but this might be the biggest start of his career tonight. Got to get away after last night's loss.
Minus 107 here.
Yeah, Phillies win tonight. Lock it up. It's going to be my Bet Parks pick of the day. I'm going Nola over on strikeouts. I've been pounding his over on strikeouts. He hits it every start. He really has. He's been pitching. I know last time out he didn't do well, I guess, against the Dodgers. I was away, so I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that was game 3, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was.
Yeah,
Because he came back out for the 6th.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mattingly screwed it up again.
Mattingly's got no feel for him.
No, he has no feel for him, right? It's a great point.
Absolutely no feel for Nola.
Guess what? Neither do I. Other than get him out as soon as you can.
Well, that was the tough thing. He comes back out, and you want to be mad at Mattingly for him coming back out, but you're like, all right, he finished with 85 pitches. Like,
But Mattingly put him back out. The one start, he gave up runs. He didn't bring him back out. The bullpen gave up runs. He got
Right.
criticized in both instances. What
and
do
then
you
the
do?
third time. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the third time, what do you do?
Which, let's be real here. Third time through the order against the lefties of the Dodgers. You're playing with fire. That's a desire to get burned on that one.
No, I agree.
Taking the mound against that team.
All right.
All right, God, man. All right, I know we have texts on the Phillies. Let's get some voice memos as well. 610-632-0975. That's the Davis Honda text line. Anything that we're talking about, it's really easy if you want to send the voice text. So you just put in the contact 610-632-0975, and then you can save it as the Fanatic, right, or LeBron if you want to. And then you go to where you would type the message and hit that little plus button if you're on an iPhone. Hit the little plus button. What pops up is camera, photos, stickers. Hit the audio button, and it'll start immediately recording. And you just leave your voice memo. Leave your name, location, occupation. Don't make it too long. Don't make it too short. And if it's good, we play it. All right? Simple as that. 610-632-0975. And we have ability to call, too. We have phone lines. Operators are standing by, Sean.
Wow. Phone lines are open.
Coming up next, Todd Zalecki at 11 o'clock. More Phillies conversation. But Sean has something. There's some LeBron song, and I don't know what it is.
It's the song of the summer, boys. Yeah, the summer's already coming down the home stretch. I hate to say that, but this is the song of the summer. This is the greatest parody song in radio history.
It's a parody song.
Yes. And it's about our boy.
Is it emotional?
Oh, it's very emotional.
Have 6'9"
have you
from
cried?
St. Vincent,
I will cry
St.
right now.
Mary's, Number 23.
It's all about
LeBron James.
So good. Wait till you hear it.
All
Wait till you
right,
hear it.
the LeBron song is coming up next. Phillies talk as well. Zone at 11 o'clock. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
I'm down on the Phillies.
Yep, I am down on the Phillies. Thank you, Vic. Middays, the Marks. John, Sean, Ray. We'll get to the song in a second, but Dutsy was telling me back there that he put up a poll on YouTube. It's another reason to watch us live on YouTube. There's so much going on in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Live polls. Ray, do you do any tricks in there that we don't know about?
No.
No, you're not like showing because you're wearing a robe today, a king robe.
Yeah, I'm not showing anything off.
Exposing
in the
yourself
breaks.
on
No.
You didn't see that during the commercial break? He had a Newport, and he was able to spin it in his mouth while it was lit. You didn't just see that? It was unbelievable.
Chevy Chase did that in a music video. I forget what, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Watch the Ghostbusters video. He has a cigarette that I believe, he spins around in his mouth. It's weird to say that. Yeah, but no.
It's talent.
So a lot of people are down on the Phillies because he asked, can they win if they make a move? And I think it was 67% said no.
Ooh.
I'm down on the
You
Phillies.
sold me on the Buxton. Like, you the vision you were painting there, I was actually, all right. Like, I can see this.
If they trade for Buxton, everybody will think differently.
Yeah, sure, but will it be different? I guess you can't go about it if you are Dombrowski like that. But Joe Fan and me, I'm like,
when the Phillies, when they suck, they really suck.
yeah.
The offense sucks, and they don't look confident. Because you get a guy like Bohm, and it's like, all right, Bohm's he's a pretty good player, but he is what he is, right? JT offensively isn't a great player. So you really rely on Harper and Schwarber to do everything. They do all the heavy lifting. You have a heavy lifter that you're adding to the middle of your order that plays center field and is the right-handed bat. There's not a better player you could add. It's almost like LeBron to the Sixers. There's not a better player you could add to the team than Buxton right now. He fits in perfectly defensively. He fits in perfectly with the lineup. He fits in perfectly with what you need, which is a quality hitter that has power, has speed, can do a little bit of everything. So, as you mentioned, though, you're going to have to give up a lot, and he's had an injury history. And if you trade for him and you give up all your top prospects and then some, and he goes down with a hamstring injury as you're going into the playoffs, well, good luck.
I guess the only thing I would say is, and I hate to bring it up like this, but think about what the Sixers just went through, and they said, you know what? We need new vision. We need somebody that's a new breath of fresh air that's leading the charge. And what did they do? They handed the keys over to Bob Myers. And then everything is now.
And again, like
thank
the
you.
four-time
Yes,
NBA
four-time.
champion.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Josh. All I'm saying is, Dombrowski, go for it. Give them all up. And I mean this, yeah. Give them all up. If you think Buxton is the guy that's going to get you over the finish line, and
Go get him.
Go get him. Make it happen. And if it's not the case, then John Middleton, this upcoming year, well, he has plenty of time in his office, and he's sipping on a little Merlot, reminiscing about Johnny Callison. He could say, you know what? Maybe it's time for a new vision here. And let's just start fresh, albeit their backs are going to be up against the wall because you just removed half of your minor league prospects of value. But why not? Give me something new. Maybe this team needs something completely new if it doesn't work out this year. And, oh, by the way, with the fact there won't be a season next year.
Who was it that told us that Dombrowski? Was it Nightingale? It's like Dombrowski's not going anywhere, and I believe him.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, I believe him wholeheartedly.
Yeah, because the team's going to make the playoffs. If they crashed and burned, okay, then Dombrowski could be gone. And we asked him that question when they were 10 games under 500.
Right.
So it's important to note the context of when we asked him that. But still, he kind of laughed at the suggestion that he could be gone.
The Phillies currently,
I think he's right.
to make the playoffs right now, minus 475.
Yeah.
They were minus 600 last week.
Now, let Wheeler go down with an elbow injury, and then that's going to change.
Yeah, whole different.
I still think they make the playoffs, but
then what?
they still have two really good starting pitchers, Sanchez and Luzardo. They're also both left-handed. And now you got to rely on Noel to be your fourth unless you're making a move. Anyway, what's the Mamba guy's his handle? I want to do this before we play the LeBron song.
It is at Lauren T. D-A-L.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'll get it. I'll get it later. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
thought it was like Mamba.
No, that's his actual name. That's the screen name. His ad is different.
Because Todd Zalecki's coming up. We'll see if it is true indeed. Did he hear the same thing that perhaps Buxton would waive his no trade clause? What do we got? So tell me about this LeBron.
This is unbelievable. Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson. A song? Yeah. Let's just come on. Let's all hold hands, spark one up,
You like this regular song?
and enjoy it. This is it.
Would you like the non-parody version?
Sure.
His name is LeBron James, and he plays for Philly.
Getting emotional.
All right.
And it would feel so good and make a big difference if I can go and see.
Is this Austin Jones?
This is not. This is some L.A. LeBron fan.
Go to my living room.
It gets good. It gets really good.
What I'ma do if I hear he ain't gonna play? 'Cause I made a bet or two that he's gonna shoot 10 threes, get 10 reads, and then the Sixers ain't gonna lose. And they got JB, LeBron, and MB, the real big three.
He can sing.
They gave up PG because they needed change. And you guys to say his name. His name is LeBron James. I'm talking about the man on the Sixers. LeBron, I'm asking you to say his name. LeBron James. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look in the sky and say his name.
Wow. So good.
Even better than I thought it was going to be.
So good, man. That hits. When he gives you, his name is LeBron James. I was singing it all weekend long.
That cat can sing a little bit, too.
Yes, apparently it was an L.A. edition, and maybe even previous with Miami. I don't know. LeBron's got a lot of fans out there. I don't know if you knew
They've
that.
taken the parody and they've moved it. It's like Rally House. They every city they have the Rally House song. You just don't know it.
Correct. So this guy created the new one with the Sixers, and I come in.
Let's get him on.
Yeah, I'll hit him up. I come in on Saturday, and Austin's like, "You got to hear this," and I'm like, "Man, I can't listen to Man in the Mirror right now." And we played it at the end, and I have been playing it literally 10 times over the last 3 days.
That's tremendous.
So good.
Love it. All right, coming up, Todd Zalecki. What is going on with Zach Wheeler? Is he hearing anything? What are his thoughts? Is he concerned that it's more than just a bad day? And the Phillies trade deadline less than 1 week away. Do the Phillies have a realistic chance to get Buxton, Skubal, or anybody else like that? We'll talk trade deadline with Todd Zalecki. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies fall Miami. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Marlins walking it off last night against the Phillies. They win the game 8-7. Zach Wheeler going just 3 innings, allowing 5 earned. Velocity was down for him. Said it was just a bad day for him after the game. The Phillies battled back, though. Had the lead going in the 9th, and then Juan Duran allowed 3 earned runs in that 9th inning. Marlins walked it off, and the Phillies dropped another one. They're 3-7 since the All-Star break. After the game, JT Realmuto talked about the 2 pitchers getting it.
Being able to pick Zach up like that after all the times that he's picked us up in the last 7 years, that would have been nice to do. But it was a weird game that they got to 2 of our very best pitchers. That's just kind of one you got to tip your cap to that lineup over there.
We'll talk to Todd Zalecki of MLB.com coming up in the next segment about all things Phillies. Eagles training camp report date is today. We'll keep you updated on any news that comes out of that. And in case you missed it, LeBron James is the 76er. We're continuing to react to that throughout the week, throughout the months, and throughout this season. Also expected officially that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope will sign with the 76ers in the next day or so. This update brought to you by New Jersey Department of Health. Public health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic.
wonder if Todd Zalecki is going to join us coming up here in a second. Middays with Marks. Was he a metalhead? Todd's kind of the same age as us. Did he have a mullet and was listening to Metallica?
Hair Rock, Rat,
I don't agree.
Poison.
He's too young for that.
Todd?
Because I'm 49 and I'm the right age to have liked that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a natural fit. Todd Zalecki.
Motley Crue was just in
right.
Jersey yesterday.
Vince Neil can't sing.
No, he can't.
They have to run the track behind him. Todd Zalecki, longtime Phillies reporter, and the Phillies show with Ruben Amaro Jr., Jim Salisbury. It is an unbelievable podcast. You can watch it on YouTube. You can get it wherever you get your podcasts. And Todd Zalecki joins us right now. What's up, Zozone?
How are you guys? What's going on?
So, Motley Crue?
Motley Crue? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm older than you.
You are?
I'm 50.
No! I knew we were about the same age. You're 50. So you were a Motley Crue guy.
Well, I was actually more of a Def Leppard.
Oh, all right. That's better.
Let's go.
I like
Yeah, I was more of a Def Leppard fan myself.
Hysteria is one of the greatest albums of all time.
It's a good album.
Todd.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Are you Van Halen, or are you? Because Van Halen's a little bit before my time, obviously.
I love Van Halen.
So
I love Van Halen.
Let's
Yes.
go.
He had a mullet.
Let's go.
Did you?
Well, Jump in Panama was right in my wheelhouse, as
The video.
8-year-old,
Yeah.
9-year-old. So those songs were so big, and every time I hear Jump, Panama, I just immediately go back to my childhood. It's an awesome nostalgia trip every time I hear Van Halen.
It is, and he looks like a mullet-wearing Motley Crue Van Halen fan.
I did not have a mullet though.
Do you have a pair of leather chaps? Old school.
No, I don't have those
Okay.
that you know of.
Jean jacket, though. I bet you had the jean jacket.
I had a jean jacket,
Me
of
too.
course.
There you go.
In the 80s? Come on.
Patched up.
All right. Well, Todd, listen, man. We appreciate you joining us. We're live on Zoom with Todd Zalecki. Let's start off with Zach Wheeler. I know Zach said he had a bad day, and that seemed like it was the catchphrase in the clubhouse last night. Yeah. Man, you lose almost 2 miles off your fastball, and you could see it. He did not look good last night. How concerned are you that this is more than just a bad day?
Well, I'm going to take him at his word for now, but Sunday is going to be the day that tells the story. That's his next start, Sunday in Baltimore. If he comes out on Sunday and he's throwing 92.5 or what it was, 93.5 average four-seam velocity last night. If he comes out Sunday, he's throwing 93.5. Now I am concerned. But you'll hear pitchers say this every once in a while. Ball just wasn't coming out real good. Don Mattingly did say that Paul Buchheit, their head athletic trainer, mentioned some sort of nausea at some point. He said, I don't know if it was before the game, during the game, after the game, whatever. We asked Zach about it. He's like, I'm not using that as an excuse. Right. So maybe he was feeling a little bit under the weather as well. So we'll find out Sunday, though. That's the big day.
But no, you're not hearing anything about the Phillies are concerned and there might be imaging or something like that. Is this potentially a dead arm situation?
You know what? So, his velo was down so much in the first inning, and then he got hit so hard in the second inning. And Paul Buchheit, Don Mattingly, and a bunch of people were gathered in the dugout after the second, right? And Zach went out there for the third. So if Zach had said anything like, oh, my elbow's kind of barking a little bit, they would have pulled him out of that game. So the fact that they sent him out for the third, again, we'll find out. But the fact that they sent him out for the third, they're not sending him out for the third inning. If he's like, guys, my elbow is feeling a little tender, my shoulder's bothering me a little bit, I don't really feel 100%, they would have pulled him out, because you lose Zach Wheeler, you're basically screwed.
Yeah.
No, you're right about that. Todd, as far as the team right now, they're struggling since the All-Star break. We don't have to revisit it. Obviously, some really good competition, but last night I felt like was a golden opportunity to go down to Miami and get it going, a team that just lost 12 straight. I'm curious, as we approach this trade deadline, does that have an impact? Maybe Dombrowski sits on his hands a little bit more as this team, if they continue to lose down the stretch here over this next week or so, or do you think none of that matters? There's still a lot of baseball to be played. Dombrowski's going to be aggressive next Monday.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. Even if, God forbid for Phillies fans, they lose the next 5 games going into the trade deadline, I still think that they're going to be aggressive. I think, you have a payroll, what is it, $315, $320 million. You're pot committed. you're pot committed, and we can argue all day. You know, three of us could sit together for hours and talk about how the Phillies can't win the World Series or the reasons why they can win the World Series, but they have all this money invested. They have a core that can do it if they get hot. And so I think that they are going to be aggressive. I don't know what that looks like. I don't think that's going to mean, Mason Miller and Byron Buxton. I mean, I don't think the Twins are going to trade him anyway. But, they're going to do something. They need to do something. They know they need to do something. They have a lot of holes to fill, which is crazy for a $330 million payroll. But they do, and so that's why I do think they're going to go out and make something happen, even if they continue to stumble going into the trade deadline.
All right, Todd's lucky. He just poured cold water on my next question, which was Buxton, and I blame Jim Salisbury because I've been your podcast co-host because I've been saying for months Buxton's already said so many times that he's not waiving the no trade clause, and then Jim said on the Phillies show that a player told him that he was willing to waive the no trade clause. Can you help us out with this?
Yeah, so I believe that's one of those. It kind of reminds me back to Roy Oswalt in July of 2010. Roy Oswalt was with the Astros, and he was basically telling everybody, "I'm not waiving my no trade. I'm not waiving my no trade." And then finally, Ed Wade, who was the Houston Astros general manager at the time, said, "All right, if you don't want to waive your no trade, you can continue. We are rebuilding. We're blowing this team up. You are not going to win. You're going to be on this team during the rebuild, and you're going to be a loser, basically." And then Roy's like, "Okay, maybe I'll go to Philly." So I think maybe if it got to that point where the Twins told Byron Buxton, "Listen, we have an agreement in place. Obviously, we need your approval. If you say yes, you're going to go to Philadelphia or whatever," then I think that a real decision has to be made. Right now, it's just a hypothetical for him. So he's like, "I like Minnesota. I want to stay in Minnesota. I'm not going to waive my no trade clause." But the Twins have never gotten to the point where they've actually said, "Listen, we can send you somewhere where you can win a World Series." So we'll see. But I'm trying to figure out. I'm on where the Twins are in the standings right now. I don't think they're going to be sellers anyway.
Yeah.
But that's a name that is a bold, big move that would make a huge difference for the Phillies if they could actually pull that off.
Isn't that kind of what they need to? They need an impact bat. He's a center fielder. He's a right-handed power hitter. He plays good defense. He does a little bit of everything. It's exactly what this lineup needs. Now, doesn't it feel like that this team is trending towards the same way they've exited the playoffs the last couple of years? They're a good team. They're a good club, as Dave Dombrowski once said. But ultimately, they don't have the bullpen. They don't have the bats, and they're just a little bit short of the other teams.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, the way that they've been playing right now, and I think, Byron Buxton would be a huge difference maker for sure. But say they go out and they get Taylor Ward from the Orioles, although I don't know, the Orioles are kind of in it right now. So Lane Thomas would be a good example from the Royals. Dalton Varsho from the Blue Jays would be a good example. A right-handed bat, outfield bat, they would help, but are they going to push the Phillies over the top? It's really going to come down to what's Trey Turner doing, Harper, Schwarber, Real Muto, Bohm, Marsh, all those guys. Because as it stands right now, the Phillies have the worst on-base percentage in Major League Baseball, or they're 29th in Major League Baseball. So that, to me, is just a huge glaring problem for the Phillies. It's hard for them to generate rallies, score runs consistently. We've seen it on this since the All-Star break, a lot of one-run games. So one bat can help, but in the end, it's going to come down to the guys they're currently paying to produce when it matters most.
Todd's lucky. Most likely scenario at the trade deadline, is it Dombrowski loads up on the bullpen, gets two arms, gets a fifth starter, and then adds this year's Harrison Bader?
Yeah, I would think. Well, bullpen's always the easiest thing to acquire because there's always guys on expiring contracts, and it's just easier to find bullpen help. So, and I definitely think they have to find another late inning reliever. It's just too shaky back there. For as much as everybody talks about how the offense has fallen apart the last few postseasons, the bullpen has just been just as bad. I think they're like 0 for 7 in save opportunities since like Game 3 of the 2023 NLCS. So like they've been pretty bad. And then some sort of bat. I think they've got to find somebody. It might not be a guy that wows you. It might not even be Harrison Bader quality, but I think they got to get a bat to help them out a little bit.
Todd, I'm curious. I know, like in the the grab bag of Phillies topics. This is one that always gets brought up. And, of course, now more than ever, the highlight on Trey Turner and his defensive prowess at shortstop with 19 errors, leading the league in errors. Oh, by the way, how about this for a little preview tonight? Otto Lopez, shortstop for the Marlins, second in that category with 15. So great defensive shortstop being played in this series. Take us on the inside. Is there any conversation about Trey Turner moving to the outfield next year? I mean, we've still got a couple more years. Second base, because they can't live with him at shortstop. He's a liability at that position. I know he plays well at times, but is there any further conversation with Trey Turner moving to any other position?
Not right now. I think that's more of probably an off-season conversation. Now, if I looked this up last night, Trey has committed 7 errors in his last 10 games. The last Phillies shortstop to have 7 errors in a 10-game span was Desi Relaford in June of 2000. So we're going back a ways for a shortstop that struggled like this. So if he would continue to play like this, does he have the yips? Possibly. Right now, I think it's definitely on his mind. If he continues to play like this, maybe they'll be forced to do something this season. I still think it's unlikely, but I think any sort of move off of shortstop is probably an off-season discussion, as you have more of an opportunity to kind of set up the team the way you want. But certainly it's not good enough, and certainly it kind of scares you when you think about the postseason in October, a big moment in the game, and the ball gets hit to shortstop. You kind of hold your breath, and it kind of makes you nervous, And that's why for me, guys, and this is not really related, but that's why I think Jimmy Rollins is a Hall of Famer, and I think that the baseball metrics really undervalue him because, man, the ball was hit to him. You never worried. Like, Jimmy was so good at defense. But anyway, I digress. They got to get. I don't think Trey is going to be moving anytime soon. It's probably more in the offseason or beyond.
Yeah, it's actually the last thing I was going to say to you. I'm sure you watched the podcast episode that he was on. What's it, Up in Smoke, or what's the name of the?
Yeah, Up in Smoke.
With the Matt Barnes podcast, where he shouted you out. Did you watch the episode?
Oh, is that? Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. Yes.
Oh, dude, watch the whole thing. He told. Yeah. It was. I don't think it's interesting for anybody else but us. But as a Philly fan, he told stories. I mean, he talked about guys he didn't get along with Scott Rowland his rookie year. I got a lot of insight to Jimmy that I didn't know before. He talked about how he went from having like 10, 11 African Americans in the clubhouse to 2 or 3 the following year, and it was an adjustment. It was really, really good, and he shouted you out. I forget what he shouted you out for, but he shouted you out.
He kind of blamed me for spreading the team to beat comment in January of 2007. Because I told him the story. I said, when you said that, everybody ran to their keyboards to write that because it was so good. And I said, and that news got up to New York real fast. So he's like, yeah, Todd's lucky helped spread the that team to beat thing up to New York ASAP. But hey, it helped.
It did work. You're right about that. Todd, we got an instant feedback here. This great listener, Mark the Tax Man. He said, ask Todd Z about Harper and his outfield glove in Florida. I apologize. I might have missed that last night. Anything there?
So Harper, Matt Gelb and I from The Athletic talked to Bryce before the game because he's really been scuffling offensively over the last month or whatever. And so we were talking about that. Then we started talking about the trade deadline. And then Bryce said, hey, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I haven't talked to Dave about it, but I did bring my outfielder's mitt just in case. I was like, well, they would have to get a first baseman for you to move. And he said, would you be willing to do it? He's like, come on, I would move if the right guy came along. So I don't know if they're going to get a first baseman. I don't really think there's that many guys out there, first baseman wise, but Bryce has made it clear in the past and he's making it clear now. If you need me to go to right field for the final couple months of the season to help this offense out, he's willing to do it. So I thought that was a pretty interesting little tidbit from Bryce.
I'm glad you got that in there, Sean.
That's
very interesting.
Mark the Tax Man. Shout out.
Yeah.
So check out Todd Zalecki. He does not wear the jean jacket while he's on the Philly show with Jim Salisbury. I could see Rube having a half of a mullet back in the day.
Oh, there it is.
I'll have to ask him about that. We know Salisbury did. He's too clean.
Salisbury, yeah. No, but you know what Rube had? Members only jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a little bit older than us. So thanks, man.
You the man.
Take care, guys. See ya. That was fun.
Might as well jump. I can picture the video right now. David Lee Ross doing the jumps, and he's wearing spandex.
I'm in the algorithm. I was in a Van Halen. Yeah, I was in a Van Halen
I went through a period a couple weeks ago. We were talking about something on the show, and I just started firing some. I went to the Amazon. I'm like, wow, I forgot how many hits they had.
Oh,
man.
God, yeah. Yeah. Well, and David Lee Roth is literally touring the country. He just played in a small theater. I forget the name of it, but it was right down the road. It's just funny. Like, he sounds nothing like he used to, of course. He's old as you know what, but he's still out there doing it. God bless him.
Makes a lot of money. He probably enjoys it.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a bigger Van Hagar?
No,
Or?
it's David Lee Roth.
Okay.
David Lee Roth, even solo. Like, I'm just a gigolo, skyscraper.
But it's just that she goes not a good
Parad-
song.
Oh, come on. What?
I mean, it's not. It's,
What?
you laugh at
Oh,
it. It's like watching
wow.
Roadhouse in 2026. I laugh when I watch Roadhouse. I love it, but I laugh.
Yankee Rose. Oh.
I was not a solo David Lee
Hits.
Roth. Dave TV. I remember the video of Just a Gigolo.
Yes. Great video.
I guess.
With the girls on the beach.
I mean,
It's a lot like Avalon. I'll be showing
Hey,
up
for
there.
rubber dance, selling each romance. Ooh, what they say. No, it's
There will come a day
yeah, no,
when
it's a good
you will
song.
pass away. Biddy-bee. What will it do about me?
What will they say about me? Because
Yes.
the end comes, I know, and I'm just a gigolo. Life goes on without me, 'cause I ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Yes!
So good.
That's such a bad
Such a great song.
I'm so sad and lonely. It's a better video than song.
Sad and lonely.
Oh, my God.
Sad and lonely.
Do we have some, Ray, are you a fan of Just a Gigolo by David Lee Roth?
No.
Okay.
What's up with Ray today, huh?
Hey, Ray.
He's got his robe on.
He's got a robe on.
For
He's
people
quiet.
just tuning in, if you haven't seen it on, put the crown back on too. Ray's wearing, is this the payoff from a bet? And this is just the start of it? Because you got to go in Center City wearing that. And he does have clothes underneath the robe, just for the record.
Just a T-shirt.
I also have to do the Harlem Shake video.
Ooh.
Yep. Harlem Shake video, and then you're going to drive to Akron.
Correct.
And you're going to do some touring of the city. You're going to go to LeBron's house.
That's a far travel.
You're going to go to even if you can't get in the school, you're going to stand in front of the school. Who's going to go with you?
I don't know. We got to figure that out. Feels
Dylan.
like Dylan's a logical choice.
Dylan or Dutz?
Dutz.
You're going to drive from Philly to Akron with Dylan. That is, I got to have
We
a
need
camera.
that wired up.
Yeah, I got to have a camera on that one.
I mean, it makes sense. He's our digital guy.
Okay.
No, and it would be the best pairing, too.
Looks
no,
good on you.
You guys should do the midday show just driving there. That'd be far more entertaining than anything we could do.
I mean, I feel like I'd be chiming in through Zoom every 30 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have to bring you on. You know, I spent a night in Akron. Did I tell this story on the air before? I was getting married in I was getting married. My cousin was getting married in Charlevoix, Michigan. My cousin Keith.
That's right.
His wife is from Charlevoix, which is all the way up on, I guess it's Lake Michigan. Beautiful town. Everybody had blonde hair and blue eyes. We went in the summer. I don't know what it's like in the winter. But they lived right on the lake. Beautiful house. It was an amazing time. But my mom, Jonathan, you can't drive the whole way yourself. It was a 15-hour drive. So I agreed to stop halfway, which ended up being Akron. And I stayed a night in Akron, and I price-lined a hotel because it was inexpensive, and I was generally pretty good at price-lining hotels when I went places. Well, this was the wrong hotel to be price-lining because I ended up at, I saw this episode of Cops in Akron, I think, and that's where I was.
Not much going on in Akron.
Oh, no, like prostitutes and drug dealing and things
Oh.
like that. So I got the room, and I'm like, what am I doing? And I ended up just leaving after 2 hours, and I drove.
Really?
I just started driving. Oh, yeah.
I had a situation like that in Charlotte. I went to a Carolina Panthers game, preseason game, and I ended up staying outside. And I mean, this hotel did not match what I bought on Priceline. That's for sure.
So you got screwed by Priceline?
Yeah, and it was like a 2-hour deal too as well. Like, all right, we're gonna leave.
It was it wasn't even, like this hotel wasn't even the hotel no-tel. It was worse.
I went with the girl, my old girl Chalice. Yep, there you go. There's a throwback. And I was about to leave to go to the game, and she was like, "I'm not staying here by myself." So I'm like, "All right, let's go downtown." And I'm spending, a decent amount of money on a hotel room, but she had to be safe.
I mean, I've heard Ray goes to the hourly rate hotels in Northeast Philly on the Boulevard.
You get a, real quick, close
Right,
your
you go-
eyes,
you take a nap.
little snooze.
Yeah, why not?
Ray, have you ever been to one of those places?
No, come on.
They have the quarter machine on the corner of the bed, and it vibrates. Yeah, just in case you have an indigestion, it's good. It's good.
There you go.
Gets the
All
bubbles
right,
up.
so do we have an unnamed voice memo on the Phillies coming off Zlecki. By the way, we just messed around. Todd Zlecki is reporting that Bryce Harper told him he brought his outfield glove just in case.
Correct.
Dutz, let's get that up on social media immediately. So, I mean, well, I'm glad to hear it.
Yes, and I was wondering, doesn't that kind of do you add Trey to the mix on that too as well? Like, hey, Trey, I get easier said than done because
Trey
he's
who?
never played the outfield.
No, he's your shortstop.
Oh man, he's a liability.
He sucks.
He's such a liability. And then he makes you look stupid the next day. He looks like Ozzie Smith.
All
up
right,
there.
where's Cleveland in the standings? Are they good? I'm sorry, I just don't pay enough attention to national baseball.
They're all in the.
Top of my- Yeah, but Todd had said Minnesota's still there. Man, if I'm 3 games under 500, am I really holding on to something that I want to trade?
You got like a good core of teams right there. The Tigers are 6 games out, Twins are 3 games out, Guardians 2, and the White Sox are leading the charge of that division.
Because why, unless Bryce Harper's getting fed information, you don't bring your outfield glove unless you think there's a chance of something happening. Do we agree on that? Is this Bryce just looking ahead, or does Bryce know something we don't know? I would choose the latter. And Rhys Hoskins would be a guy that if he knows that Rhys is going to get moved, and he'd be willing to play part-time in the outfield so Rhys could get at bats as the right-handed. They need a right-handed bat. Rhys Hoskins has 11 home runs this year.
Uh-oh.
No, he can't catch the ball at first base, but I'm just trying to figure out. I feel like he knows something we don't know if he's bringing his outfield glove to Miami.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
All right, we'll do that voice memo coming up. We also have another voice memo as well. 610-632-0975. Davis Honda text line. Leave your name and location, and the voice memos on the Davis Honda text line. Just leave your name and location, or a phone call. Middays with Marks 97.5.
Bryce said, hey, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I haven't talked to Dave about it, but I did bring my outfielders mitt just in case. I was like, well, they would have to get a first baseman for you to move. And I said, would you be willing to do this? He's like, come on, I would move if the right guy came along. So I don't know if they're going to get a first baseman. I don't think there's that many guys out there, first baseman wise, but Bryce has made it clear in the past and he's making it clear now. If you need me to go to right field for the final couple months of the season to help this offense out, he's willing to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense. You get a right-handed hitting first baseman, and
Does he have to be right-handed?
yeah,
He does?
well, I mean, they kind of need it, but I mean, I don't like the whole rate that Bryce goes to the outfield because then he platoons at first base in the outfield. All right, maybe you get a lefty, and because Bryce is going to the outfield to fix a problem, that means that you can't acquire another outfielder that matters. He becomes your right fielder. I would like it, and I don't know if bringing back Rhys Hoskins is a smart move, but it's better than not doing anything at all. I just don't know if he can catch the ball at first base anymore. And you have a full-time DH in Kyle Schwarber, so you can't even wiggle him in there as a right-handed bat. But I mean, if you can Bohm play first base? Ray, do you think Bohm can be your platoon first baseman if you can find a third baseman?
I guess I'll give you the stock answer of they went to the World Series with Schwarber in left field. Anything's possible.
Bohm at first? He's been okay when he's played over there.
I got a better concoction.
Yeah.
And I might be sipping on a concoction with this thought, but hear me out. I got a 326 hitter who is always at the top of the list as far as batting average is concerned on a one-year deal. And he could be available coming up here in just a few days. I think he could play first, but I know he could play second. So I'm going to go get Luis Ariz from the Giants with the 326 average. I'm going to bump Stott over the short. Luis Ariz plays second.
Yeah.
Trey Turner to first.
Oh, stop.
Come on.
No.
No?
Need him playing first so he can F up first base, too. The problem with moving Stott, and I've seen this a lot, and I understand it, but if you remove Stott off a second, you're weakening second base because Stott's he's such a good defensive second baseman.
Very true.
You're better at short, but is he only an average shortstop? There's a reason why you play second base, and it's because of your range. I mean, he would be a good shortstop, but is he an elite shortstop? Is he an above-average defending shortstop? I know Trey Turner's not. No. That's for sure.
No.
So what does Trey Turner look like at second base? Do you really want to find out during a run trying to get into the playoffs? I don't know.
What happened? That contract looks so bad right now. And like he's got potential at the dish.
It ultimately may be the contract that breaks the Phillies because he was the last big signing you could make. That's who they chose to sign was Trey Turner. And he's had moments, but ultimately, has it been a good contract? Forget about how long he signed for, which is a disaster. Has Trey Turner been a B-level signing?
I would say no.
C?
Yeah, average.
C at best?
Best.
He did bet 300 last year.
He did.
What's the worst contract? Nola or Trey Turner? That's tough.
Nola.
I don't know, man.
You got one good year out of the. So far, it's looking like you might get one good year out of the 7 from him.
I guess. Trey Turner's under contract till he's 41, right?
Yeah. No.
Okay, he already can't play shortstop.
Well,
We're already talking about moving him off the position.
we just mentioned that if you go 5 innings for Nola, that's a good night.
I'm not telling you. Yeah.
Well, I will just say this.
It's not good. Either way, you want to slice it up.
Do you guys know who else is 41 years old? He plays at a really high level.
His name is LeBron James.
Can he play first base?
Why not?
He's
Left?
big.
Tight end with the Eagles. That's for darn sure.
He would have been a better baseball player than that other GOAT conversation guy.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
MJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, except he'd be leaving at 41 instead of the middle of his prime.
All right, give me the voice memo on the Davis Honda text line. What do we got, Ray?
This Phillies team is so top-heavy it's being held together by duct tape and chewing gum. I am going to be out at the deadline. I don't see this team advancing, and I don't see this team winning a 7-game series against a good quality team. With that, I'm going to restock the farm system. There's probably not going to be baseball next year. Why not trade for as many young, controllable players as you can? Trade Alec Bohm. Trade Zach Wheeler. Trade Bryson Stott. And I would even consider trading Brandon Marsh. How many top 100 prospects can Brandon Marsh yield you? Stash them away. You come back from baseball in 2028, and we have prospects and young youth that are controllable.
Yeah, they're not selling. So I don't know what to tell you. Their payroll's $300 million. They have a top 5 payroll. John Middleton isn't wasting 3/4 of a season with that payroll just to sell and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, you got Bryce Harper literally
doing it.
bringing in his outfield glove. I mean, what do you think that says?
It's hard for me to have the hypothetical when I know it can't happen and it won't happen. So it's hard for me to say, is that the right thing to do? No, it's not the right thing to do. You're not gonna trade Bryson Stott. You don't have anybody else to. Your roster sucks as it is. You're going to start removing guys that actually can play a little bit?
Yeah, you're not. It's not how the Phillies operate.
Bohm is on the final year of a contract. He doesn't hold a lot of value. Stott maybe gets you a little something, but you're not getting top 100 prospects for maybe you get one. I don't know. These guys don't have the value you think that they do.
Well, it is interesting because you flip the script. You think about how desperate the Phillies are coming up with this trade deadline. So now all of a sudden you actually got pieces that you could offer out there. Yeah, there might be a desperate team out there that would overpay for Brandon Marsh or Stott.
All right, so who plays second base?
Yeah, no.
Who plays left field?
Yeah, no.
Marsh is on the final year of a contract. All right, you're getting a B-level prospect. Who's giving you a top prospect for Brandon Marsh?
Probably
Especially after the way he's come down in the second half here. You're not. No, you keep him. You go for it. You do the best you can to try to win this year. And ultimately, I agree, it's probably not going to be enough.
You just hope that, it comes back to the starting pitching. Starting pitching is the only path for success for this team come playoff time. It's the only one. That's it. Or they slug the hell out of the ball, and like they did in that game 1 against the Dodgers, where they hit 5 home runs.
Yeah, Zielecki had a lot of good stuff. It did make me feel a little bit better about Wheeler, Ray. I don't know about you, but taking you inside the dugout to say, when they put him back out there, he wasn't saying my elbow hurts and they put him back out there. Although is Zach the kind of hard-headed pitcher that isn't admitting when something's going wrong? All right, the forearm hurts a little bit, but I'm going to battle through it. I'm okay. These pitchers pitch with injuries all the time. Their arms don't feel great 100% of the time, or I don't even know what the percentage of the time is. So you think you're just pitching through normal wear and tear on your arm, and you don't realize you're not. So Todd said he's giving them the benefit of the doubt for now. I'm still very skeptical that it's just a bad day, as he called it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a bad day. I don't know. None of us came in here today encouraged, oh yeah,
No.
him saying, "Oh no, I'm fine." The more you keep saying it's a bad day, more I'm like, all right, I get that they're pressing you, but it does feel like you're just all right, shut up, guys. I just want to get out of here.
Well, no, and then JT's like, oh, well, everybody's entitled to have a bad day, and it's why is everybody saying it's a bad day? What is going on? It was very odd. I don't know.
Can I read you this from Zielecki on a year ago tomorrow?
Yes, please.
This was Bryce Harper. If it ever gets to that point, I'm willing. Whenever Dave Dombrowski gives me a call, that right player comes aboard. Yeah, I played it for a long time. Obviously, I haven't in a long time as well. If I have that communication, obviously on days where Bohm or Suarez don't play, I'd like to stick at first just for reps and stuff like that. I don't want to lose first base just the way I play over there.
Yeah, for an expiring contract, he'll move to right field for the rest of the season. Maybe platoon, maybe full-time. For an expiring contract. He's going right back to first base next year.
I love this guy. He's elite. It's what you want.
I think you were off. I guess
we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
I think he went on a hot streak because I came in and was like, listen, you were working. He should be willing to move to right field. What are we talking about here? Not full-time. He should be willing to move. And if they can acquire a first baseman at the trade deadline, and that's the best player they can add, he should be willing to do it. And this isn't him giving the BS answer at a press conference or to a reporter. This is him talking to Todd and Gelb, and he has a friggin' outfielder's glove.
Pretty intriguing.
And he said just in case.
You never know.
You never know.
You got to travel with an outfield glove, right? That's what you got to do.
What do you travel with, Ray?
Nothing, most of the time.
A
right now,
robe.
it's just dirty clothes. I just keep bringing
when
it
you
back.
when you go on road trips with the Lady Owls, what do you travel with?
The clothes for the game, clothes to go out the night before, and the clothes for shoot around the next day.
And you know what always gets me? Lotion. I don't travel. I don't
at the hotel.
Nah, you can't trust the lotion in the hotel.
No?
No, it's not. It's not really all that good.
The jokes write
I was
themselves.
going to say, I'm not traveling with lotion for anyone that wants to start writing the joke there. Thanks.
Sean's got to
Appreciate
make
it.
sure he's got plenty of lube. Because when you travel, you're away from your wife. No, you can't control yourself.
I'm a bald man, and I use a lot of lotion.
Sorry.
Yes. Use a lot of lotion.
What else do you travel with, Sean?
I got my toiletry bag, and then you can't fit. There's not. I don't have a travel size bottle of lotion, but at the house I got that little thing that you hit.
You got to buy the bottles and then just transfer it from the big bottle to that's because that's what we have. I'll put shampoo in that.
Yeah. Got to start traveling with some lotion.
All right. Coming up, we haven't heard from him, Sean Brace, and I was actually thinking about Mad Mike last night because he has not weighed in on LeBron James as a 76er. Ray, what do we think? Thumbs up on the move?
Oh, I think he loves LeBron James. Seems right up his wheelhouse.
But it also says in his comment, LeBron and Embiid.
Oh.
So I don't think he's going to say the same thing about Embiid.
Is Embiid still a loser?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
He's going to have to drag his fat, out-of-shape butt.
Oh, here we go. Play the hits, man.
Mad Mike coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Let's talk about my hair for a second. If you're watching Phillies games, you've probably seen the Morgenstern hair restoration commercial that I'm in because I get people, more and more people on social media are like, oh, I saw you. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware that I have a TV commercial that's on right now. Morgenstern Hair, watch the commercial. Go to my Instagram page. Go to my Facebook page. Just search me, John Marks Media. Check out my Twitter. All my videos, all my pictures, that's my hair. That's what my hair looks like. And it didn't look like that before Morgenstern Hair Restoration. The most experience in the business, in the industry, the experts in Philadelphia when it comes to hair restoration. Over 30 years of experience, the same team that has worked with my hair for going on 15 years. Because where you go with hair restoration makes all the difference in the world. And today's hair restoration, it's not just about the hair transplant like I had. It's about prevention. So that's why I see them every couple of months, every 6 months, every year to prevent losing more hair. There's topical treatments, medications, non-invasive options that help you keep the hair that you have. So if you need to get your hair back, Morgenstern Hair. If you want to keep the hair you have, Morgenstern Hair Restoration. 3 locations, Bala Kinwood, Wayne, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. 610-831-HAIR. 610-831-HAIR, morgensternhair.com.
NBA
where I live.
I don't really be on the internet.
They said I was a diva. Oh, no.
How we get it done?
Okay, don't worry about it. Enjoy the win, man.
We have a good club.
What's the reasoning behind that?
It's baseball season, boys.
Is it big?
Hell yeah!
It's about damn time.
Oh, man, I need that one.
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
Winning.
Seems just like yesterday when LeBron finally got to the finish line to win that first one, and he said it's about damn time. Wow.
Is that where he said that?
Yeah, time flies, man.
Oh, man.
It's about damn time.
I remember when he lost to Dallas. Was that the first year in Miami?
Yep.
I'm up in, Ray, check this out. I'm up in Bristol at I don't remember, we did a broadcast. All the affiliates were up there. Our program director, Scott, was probably up there at the time, too. 'Cause
Probably.
He worked for ESPN. And so we did the broadcast, and we watched, I don't know if it was the deciding game. We watched a finals game at a bar somewhere in Bristol. I was with Mike. And I remember they lost the game. And then I remember whenever they lost, I came in that next day. And, you know, I had a bleep-eating grin on my face because Mike was so positive LeBron. It was nauseating.
Yep.
And I very much at the time said, and I remember Timmy Legler had the same opinion because Mike got so mad at people that said, well, like, he's got to hit a big shot. He had to hit a big shot. He was passing up big shots at end of games. That was just a reality. And until he won, he had to win. And he won after that. And I'm glad. Mike was so mad because, you know, like, he's like, don't even look at me. And don't even say anything. I don't need it today. He was so mad. And it wasn't good mad. It wasn't good radio mad.
No.
It was not.
No. Well, yeah, they
and I love Mike, but
I believe they won game one, if I'm not mistaken, and then or were they up two? I forget. But yeah, that was a 4-2 series for the Mavericks. They ended up winning that series. That was the first one.
Dude.
That was a team that I think won 26 straight that year. Like the fact that they lost in the finals, nobody could comprehend.
To that point, and we'll play Wilbon in the 12 o'clock hour. Wilbon called it dumb for everybody to assume the 76ers are just going to win. I don't really know who's assuming the Sixers are going to win. They're not the betting favorite. They're the co-favorite, depending on where you look, with the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's not going to be easy. You know what it is? It's going to be better, and it's going to be intriguing.
That's the thing. It comes back to where this franchise was 50-plus days ago when Bob Myers and Gansey took over, and you know, it's just a world of a difference, different stratosphere. I don't even know, like galaxy, what we're talking about compared to what we were. So that's the big thing. And the excitement, the enthusiasm for Sixer fans. Yeah, I walked it back. I said on Friday, automatic trip to the finals. I'm walking that back.
Sure.
You know, like I'm feeling myself. I think this team is good enough to get the job done and win that title, but the East is deep. You're going to hear that 100 times. And, oh, by the way, the Knicks are as good as advertised.
Your team, your town, your Philadelphia 76ers are contenders for the East. It's as simple as that.
Yep. And Ray, it should be noted that LeBron signed a 2-year contract, or ultimately what could be a 2-year contract. And I believe that was because everybody talks about LeBron's high basketball IQ. He may realize it might not happen in year one, and it took him 2 years in Miami. And that second year is when you tweak it a little bit. Maybe you add or you subtract or whatever. So I think, honestly, I think the 2 years in Philly was his chance to be like, you know what, if we don't do it in year one, and I feel like we can do it in year two, you do it in year two.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a hell of a year one.
And I know I floated it yesterday. There's still a possibility that he could say, you know what, it's about damn time I retire after year one.
He could do that.
Whether they win
It's about damn time.
or they lose. It is. LeBron, you're 41. Go home. I kid.
I love the idea of winning in year two. It's just the hourglass is tilted a little bit more this time around in year two than any other stop in his career.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pete Rose with the Phillies, when he signed, they didn't make the playoffs. A lot more difficult to make the playoffs back then in baseball. It was just the it was just the pennant winners.
Ridiculous.
Is what you had.
You'd win 90 games and go home.
It's crazy. Well, even Larry Bowa, he had a couple when he was the manager of the Phillies. They had a couple 86-win seasons because they didn't have the extra wild cards.
And then imagine you get hot at the right time. You're playing your best baseball in September. You end up with 88 wins, and it's like, nope, sorry. Crazy.
All right, the moment everybody's been waiting for. I know, Ray, you've been waiting with bated breath. What is Mad Mike? because there's very few people in the Delaware Valley. A couple of them work for the other station. But is Mad Mike not happy LeBron James signed with the 76ers? Mad Mike, how are you, buddy?
I'd be better if that ring-chasing nerd mercenary who was look at me, was not on this team.
Why?
Take your stupid decision part 8. Go somewhere else.
No. I'm gonna be like a lawyer here with you. You're not getting away with just rambling. What would you have liked to? No. What would you have liked?
All about LeBron. I'm so tired of LeBron. Just retire.
So you'd rather have LeBron
somewhere.
not on the Sixers than on the Sixers?
Yes. You know what? And I'd take that fat oaf with you, Embiid. I'm
right.
so tired of that nerd. I want this team to fail just so that idiot doesn't sneak his way into a title.
I knew that was coming. All right. Or, you know what you could do? You can enjoy the best basketball we're going to have watched in this city for a really, really, really long time.
LeBron's gone. I wish Jaylen Brown all the success in the world. Lead the team to a title. But get these two nerds out of here.
So you're against championships, just for the record, right? You're against our teams winning championships.
I will sacrifice the happiness of every mouth breather in this city who's, LeBron. Like, till they're gone.
So Sean Brace. Sean's a mouth-breathing LeBron fan.
Huge mouth breathing.
Sean Brace, and I love how Sean Brace is trying to start a WCW war with
come on, at least give me WWF. Don't go WCW, man. It's not Steiner Brothers.
Ramon said, "You want a war?
Oh, yeah.
You have a war."
Okay, I can get down with that.
You know what? We don't want a war. We want to punch up and try to make them a little nervous. Because come on, Mad Mike.
Mouth breathers out there too.
Mad Mike, the problem with being angry about the team signing LeBron James and being miserable about it is you talk for 4 hours a day. I can cut you off after 2 or 3 minutes and we don't have to hear from you for another day or two.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that. You know why? Because you love me, Johnny Marks.
It's true.
Because I bring a different opinion than all these other idiots that call in.
Oh, yeah. Your opinion's a lot. Yeah, it varies depending on what day of the week we get.
It doesn't vary because it's right, Sean. Jalen Hurts is a coattail riding a middling quarterback. Joel Embiid, I called it years ago, is a fat oaf that can't do anything. And I was right about Ben Simmons. I'm right. You're wrong.
Eagles won 2 Super Bowls. You never thought they would do that.
Joel Embiid MVP.
Anybody could have won a Super Bowl. He threw for 2,900 yards, Mark.
I know.
I could throw for 2,900 yards.
But you know why? Because he checked his ego at the door a lot like these 76ers players are going to do and said, you know what? I don't need to throw the ball.
$252 million. Should have really checked it.
Yeah, but how many quarterbacks would say, I'm okay not throwing the ball because our offensive line is so dominant and we can run the ball and win? Everybody all year long, including you. No. You said all year long, you said you can't win running the football. You can't win. And you know what? I said, all they do is win when they run the football and play defense. And they won a freaking Super Bowl. So you were wrong.
Well, because all they played that year was Sisters of the Poor and Don Winnella's School for the Blind.
Always something.
All right. Those teams look like Little Sisters of the Poor when your team's so good.
Damn right. Yeah, I was looking at something, just advanced stat about Saquon Barkley. He didn't get touched, obviously, in that first year with the Super Bowl championship, and then last year it got cut down significantly as far as yards before contact. Huge deal. Yeah, look, it was a great team. There's no denying that.
Yeah, I don't expect to see Saquon go anywhere near 2,000 yards again.
No.
Like last year was a bad year. He had 1,100 yards, so that's still not a bad year. He's going to get a lot of carries. He should.
Yep.
Yeah, the formula hasn't changed. Now you got to evolve as an offense, which they've done. Hopefully, they're supposed to. Uncle Jamie challenges Mad Mike to an on-air debate regarding Philadelphia sports.
He doesn't change anything though.
He's not a good debater.
Jamie, you'd squash him. Like the bug he is.
I like sports. Sports are filled with losers who are frauds.
I want to see Mad Mike. I want to see him throw a baseball or football. I want to see that form. I want to see that form.
He's right. He's athletic.
Is he?
He's a rower, like Nate. So he is Nate's body type, maybe a little bit taller, and he's not in as good of a shape because Nate's younger. But he's in. I mean, that's what he looks like.
Good grief.
Privileged.
What goes on in that head?
Right? Is Mad Mike just negative Nate with the voice changer?
I think so.
Could be. Yeah. Could be. Gary agrees with Mad Mike. but we can't. We're at the end of the day. Gary, do this. Hang on. We'll get you. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. News at noon featuring UNC football. Can't wait for this. The Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies lose again. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Something they're doing way too much right now. They lose again last night. Last night, a real gut punch. They get walked off by the Miami Marlins 8-7. Zach Wheeler only goes 3 innings, allowing 5 earned. As velocity was down, the Phillies battled back, took the lead, and then Juan Duran allowing 3 runs in the 9th inning. The Marlins win the game. Nola on the mound tonight. Second game of that series down there in Miami. We spoke to Todd Zalecki in the last hour about the Phillies, about last night, and about what they may do with the trade deadline.
I think that they are going to be aggressive. I don't know what that looks like. I don't think that's going to mean Mason Miller and Byron Buxton. I mean, I don't think the trade Twins are going to trade him anyway. But they're going to do something. They need to do something. They know they need to do something.
You can listen to that full conversation on our website, the Fanatic app, or our YouTube channel. The Eagles training camp report date is today. We'll keep you updated with anything going on there. And in case you missed it, LeBron James, the 76er. Expected that the 76ers will officially add Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at some point this week. This update's brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
We on a war tour with Muhammad, my man, going each and every place with the mic in their hand. New York, NJ,
All right, I'm back middays with Marks on a getaway Tuesday for Sean Brace.
How about that?
You're going
sports
down.
fans?
Where are you going?
How about that?
Avalon, New Jersey. Couple days. Hopefully the weather's nice. Oh,
I got great weather.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Good for you. The extended family heading down, all that, cousins.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's great for
Little guy's first real time at the beach.
Oh, he's gonna be mouthful of sand.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
Kendall will probably She riding the waves and things like that.
Yeah, she just got into the ocean last year up to like her knees, so she said she's going to go swimming this year. So we'll see. That means I got to go swimming. Yeehaw.
Oh, Sean, I was in the water hours every day. I have to rotate boogie boards. I can't have both of them out there at the same time, and the waves were really rough too. There's been some drownings and things.
Yeah, she's like 30 pounds, soaking wet.
So, but even with they had a lifeguard in Ocean City in the water with us.
Good.
Literally. So I felt pretty safe. But we were boogie boarding and jumping waves 3-4 hours a day. Easy.
Did you see John Clark? Was he boogie boarding by you?
I did not.
Okay.
But the formula is, guys, set a 5-minute timer, and then I pound the Moscow Mule.
Yeah.
And then I go down to the down to the water. And I am sober. I'm not saying I'm drunk in the water with the children.
That's fine.
But I said, you got to let me have a drink. And then I go down.
That's great.
All right. Anyway, Gary agrees with Mad Mike, I guess, about LeBron. Because there are people out there that don't like LeBron more than just radio hosts.
Yeah.
We haven't heard from many.
It tends to fall into the boomer category because somebody came up to me when I was DJing on Saturday. He goes, hey, man, have you noticed the boomers don't like LeBron? I go, no, I completely over my head. Did not pick up on that one bit.
Yeah, it's normally a 20-year-old says that LeBron James, he'll never be. He didn't even respond back. So, and some of this is political too, and I'll just leave it like that. He didn't respond back, but I'm big on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have a big following already as I got back on Facebook. But he's a listener, and I appreciate him or whatever. But he had said, here it is, and he says, makes no difference who that a-hole signs with. He will never compare with Jordan because Jordan isn't ignorant like James. Oh. And I responded back and said, you'd feel differently if he had political views that matched yours. Because I went on his page and I saw his political views. And he said, nothing to do with politics, dipstick.
Oh.
Jordan is a professional. James isn't. And it's like, okay, well, why is he not a professional? Anyway, but he's a boomer. He's an older guy.
Yeah, I don't think you could say LeBron James is not professional. I don't think you could say that whatsoever. He's opinionated, and yes.
Yeah, that professional Michael Jordan that was out boozing, womanizing, and gambling all hours of the night.
He came up at a different time without social media, and that was the best thing for him. LeBron,
give me a break.
Yeah, look, the one thing I would say is LeBron is, and somebody was telling me this morning, like, why does he film himself working out? I'm like, if you looked like that, you would.
But that's what they do.
Exactly.
Not everybody does it, but that's what LeBron does.
Yeah. He's a 14-year-old boy in social media.
That's fine.
I say it all the time.
He's a Sixer.
Damn
It's
right.
better than Ben Simmons in the elementary school gym videos during the offseason.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, they're good.
Although I could go for one right now. Just all of a sudden, Ben's working on his shot.
Oh, man. He's the sniper. All right, let's get to the news and noon review. What do you got?
Give me the news at noon. Give me the news at noon with Ray Don. It's so easy he can do it in his underwear. It's the news at noon with Ray Don.
And today he is in his underwear with a robe.
Now, do you think that guy did Matt Cord style, or do you think he had a machine? He hit us with the echo on the way out.
Feels like that's machine.
Okay.
But then again, why would you have a machine at your house? So maybe it was.
It's
able
a
to pull it
filter.
off.
Yeah.
It's a filter on whatever program he used.
People are so talented.
It's not difficult.
I was thinking
So
maybe
creative.
AI.
Could have been AI.
Could have been this thing.
AI's big. Yeah.
Anyway,
All
what
right,
we got?
We're going to start with UNC football. If you haven't been paying attention, Mike Lombardi, yes, that Mike Lombardi, the clown Mike Lombardi, has been put on administrative leave by UNC football due to an HR complaint. What's really happening now is the College Sports Commission is going in and looking at UNC football for a different infraction. So first, the HR violation, now a little bit more. To explain it, the man at the forefront of everything in sports that we need to learn more about, Pablo Torre.
Today, you may have seen the news that Mike Lombardi has now been placed on paid administrative leave by the university following an HR complaint filed by a former member of Carolina football's front office. And so there is an investigation into that HR issue that is proceeding as we speak. What I am also reporting, in addition to that, is that the College Sports Commission, which is the entity that is tasked with enforcing the rules around the NCAA and NIL, the CSC is now investigating North Carolina football in addition to the Lombardi HR matter. That's apart from the Lombardi HR investigation.
So to be clear, the football program run by Bill Belichick, where he is one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid employee in the state of North Carolina, has a general manager on administrative leave, a general manager who is making $1.5 million per year to be the general manager of that program. He's been placed on administrative leave, and now they're being investigated by the College Sports Council, which, if you are unfamiliar, is basically like the one police officer in the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
They are the only entity trying to slow this down, and they have not been able to slow anyone else down. But things are so bad at UNC that they're going in and looking at it right now. This comes on the heels of Pablo Torre reporting like 6 months ago that Mike Lombardi was going to Saudi Arabia to get money.
Bingo.
The hell is going on at Chapel Hill?
Yeah, Mike Lombardi's a real horse's ass, and he's always been, and he has found his way into having some success. He's worked for NFL teams. He had a detour when Belichick couldn't employ him, and then since Belichick went back. Do you remember what he called North Carolina when he went? This is how arrogant and how much of a horse's ass he is. He called North Carolina the 33rd team. In other words, they're viewing the program as another NFL team.
Yeah.
Good luck. Belichick's going to be cooked after this year, and I actually think they're going to be better because they did more recruiting and they've been able to get better players or whatever. But like, what are we talking about? Mac Brown won 6 games in his last year. Belichick ain't beating that.
No. Yeah, it's funny how things are working out down there. But I just want to I hope that Jordan Hudson is now going to be the GM and just replace Lombardi. I hope that's how this works out.
You look at the clowns that he's surrounded himself with. This guy, Mike Lombardi, who, by the way, Jason Kelsey, on the steps of the art museum, called him a clown.
Damn right.
Because he is. And a 25-year-old, however old she is.
Oh,
that's his inner circle.
He's the smartest man in the room, and he'll tell you that. I know I make that joke often, but he absolutely is that dude. I used to listen to a show of his on a different channel.
Vison.
And nobody spoke highly of him. Everybody had something negative to say, but
he's an arrogant a-hole.
Yeah.
Who thinks he's a lot smarter than he actually is.
Who types on a typewriter.
Yeah, what was that?
He's just an arrogant a-hole.
He claimed, right? Did you hear that story?
No, I have not.
He claimed that he used an old-fashioned typewriter to write notes or something. This is not that long ago either.
Yeah, For what? For who? Why?
I think he said it because he's so smart. That's what he does.
Oh, because he's not going to make a mistake typing?
It's like someone bragging that I'm not going to watch the movie. I already read the book.
Oh, yeah.
That's something Lombardi would say.
That's my line.
That does sound like
Sean does.
Yeah,
Well, that's you.
That's what happens often.
That's why you're going on vacation. You got to catch up on your reading.
Damn right.
I'm sure you've
Trust me, I got my college football magazine ready to go. Phil Steele.
Yep.
All right, breaking it down.
It's a great magazine.
Oh, it's tremendous.
All right. To be clear, though, that just for fun, that same day that all this has come down, Doug Peterson named as a CBS Sports analyst for college football. Very nice.
Is he
parallel
really?
Timeline. Doing select games on CBS Sports.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Him and Brian Kelly both announced yesterday.
I could leave Brian Kelly.
My family.
Oh, I hate you, Brian Kid. I'll be curious to hear Doug doing games.
Yeah.
Nice.
All select games.
Yeah, they'll have him calling some
Big
late
12
night.
game?
Yeah.
Well, for CBS, they only have primetime games and regional games, right?
No, that CBS network.
So you could do Army
CBS
against Air
Sports
Force.
now.
But you know the cool thing about CBS is you get that jacket.
It is a good-looking jacket.
You know what I mean? And Tony Romo he might have lost that jacket. I don't know,
I don't think he's gonna. No, I'm just telling you. I watched all those bad college football games. I'll find a game to watch.
Hell yeah.
When I worked overnights on the weekends, on Saturday night into Sunday, I used to watch all of those bad Pac-12 teams.
Give me some UNLV versus Hawaii in the late night window. Sure,
There's
I'm in.
nothing better than a 10:30 Hawaii game for sure.
All right, moving on to a training camp tradition like no other. Training camp opening up around the NFL. Cleveland Browns have a quarterback battle going on. Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, Daniel Oyefusi, the ESPN reporter for Cleveland, talking about the battle. Listen to the end right here when he's talking about Sanders and Watson.
The Browns quarterback competition that's going to extend into training camp this week is firmly going to center around Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. Two quarterbacks split first-team reps throughout the spring, and head coach Todd Monken was so impressed. He said he thinks he has 2 starting-level quarterbacks on this roster.
Even the reporter can't help himself to laugh a
chuckling.
little bit.
Yeah.
The idea that they have 2 starting quarterbacks on that roster.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what Bill Parcells said about 2 starting quarterbacks, Ray?
You got none.
You got no starting quarterbacks.
And they do.
So Deshaun Watson's going to be the starter because he is the veteran that makes a lot of money. I think Shedeur Sanders is a lot better quarterback than most people I hear talk about him. He has skills that could turn him into an above-average starting quarterback in the NFL. Maybe. I don't know. I'd be curious to see it. Dylan Gabriel can't play.
No.
He's not a starter. And I would have never drafted him with that high of a pick. But I don't know. I don't think it's crazy to think Sanders could start this year for the Browns.
I also don't think he's getting a fair shake. It's the Browns. Like, if you put Shador with any other team out there, I think he would look much better. Am I trying to make Shador Sanders into being a starting quarterback, a franchise quarterback in this league now? No. But I don't think he's getting a fair shake with that franchise. Absolutely not. And, oh, by the way, all the money they spend on Deshaun Watson, you know where you're leading with that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, Ray, I would give Watson the starting quarterback job to start. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you're just
No?
are you building around Watson for the future?
Got to win.
Do you believe that Watson can get back to what he was before, or even close to it? I don't either, but I think I have to try. It's a
really
guaranteed
good, too.
salary.
Yeah, he was so good.
He was so good. Yeah, he got. He got totally spooked. Everything that happened with that whole thing.
Oh yeah, but the best celebration in the league is that right there. Tell me a better celebration than when Shador Sanders throws his. You know what time it is, baby.
Yeah, let's hope it's that time at all this year.
I don't particularly like him. I just don't think he's getting, like, when Rex Ryan comes out and speaks the way that he speaks about him, I mean, a lot of such is cringeworthy.
Yeah.
And that's why I support him. I don't necessarily like him.
I don't like what he did. I don't want to go there, drafting, all that, if you believe what some of the stuff that was written.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, people make mistakes or you want to do things differently.
Play on the field, he showed me some flashes, and I'm like, dude, you're the Cleveland Browns. Play the kid.
Agreed. All right, finally, Ray.
All right, last one for you. Les Snead on with ESPN Los Angeles. Aaron Donald, is he coming back?
Is Aaron Donald coming back?
First time Aaron's, I call it, probably had the itch to come back, try to do something meaningful, which has been cool to see. Like when you, and you can speak to this, when you retire from the NFL, that's probably a cliff that's like the next chapter is a little, it's foggy.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, is the next portion of my life going to be as, so, but interesting with Aaron, he's really enjoyed these years off and hasn't necessarily missed the game. He says he missed every now and then, but not enough to say I want to come back. This is the first time that, you know what, there's a real itch there.
So I heard this. Someone made this comp. The Sixers traded for Jaylen Brown, probably not thinking that could result in LeBron. They traded for Jaylen Brown because that was a good trade for the team, and then that got LeBron's attention, and the rest is history. Trading for Myles Garrett, I don't think they did that with, hey, we could get Aaron Donald back, but that might be the collateral result, which is Aaron Donald says, Myles Garrett lining up, defensive end next to me.
It's ridiculous.
So you may end up getting Aaron Donald back because you traded for Myles Garrett. And talk about a result. Holy cow. How many years has he been out?
23 was his last year.
Is that right? It's been 2 full seasons?
Yeah, 23 was his last year. So he had 8 sacks that year, played at a high level. Yeah, it's ridiculous. The rich get richer, you know, and we talk about it all the time. The Rams had so much success last year. If they just fielded that punt in the NFC Championship game,
they win a Super Bowl.
Probably winning a Super Bowl. Yep. So now you're telling me they get Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald in the same offseason? Yeah, that's up there with LeBron James and Jaylen Brown.
2 years ago, they lose to the Eagles in a snow game. And was that a snow game?
Yeah.
To go to the Super Bowl, so they were that close. They were a good team. And then last year, like you said, a punt, a special teams play to go to the Super Bowl, they probably win. So it's got to be. It feels like the Rams' year, right? Like you come so close twice. And
I don't ever wish for injuries, but you just need someone to get after Stafford. Take him out of the mix. Take him out of the equation.
They're really talented.
God, they're good. Yeah. Yep, that's the toughest team, in my opinion.
All right. Well, that's the news and then with Ray. Thank you very much, Ray. All right, so before we broke for the 12 o'clock hour, Mad Mike called in, not happy the 76ers signed LeBron James. He didn't have any real reasons other than Mad Mike reasons. Gary in Northeast Philly, we appreciate him holding, agrees with Mad Mike. So we'll see exactly what he agrees with Mad Mike. Gary in Northeast Philly, hello. Go ahead.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Boys, listen. LeBron, first of all, he's 77 years old, okay? Do you really think he's going to be playing come November, December, 35, 40 minutes? He played 50 games last year. He had 20 points, 6 assists, okay? Now, you got the fraud Embiid, okay? The thief that's been stealing money for what, 10 years now? And how many games do you think they're actually going to play together? Embiid has played 80 games out of the last 240 games.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody tell me who all of a sudden is going to make Embiid the most amazing physical specimen that's going to be out there with LeBron.
Okay, so Gary, I'll say point taken. So I'm gonna ask you, what would you have done if you were the Sixers then?
What, with LeBron?
No, just in general. So you're saying you don't like what the Sixers have done. So I'm asking you what you would have done if you were the Sixers.
Guys, where are we going to be in 2 years when Embiid and LeBron are gone? Okay,
the same place you'd be if you didn't sign LeBron, right?
LeBron's 42 years old, boy.
So hang on, Gary. No, hold on. No, I'm not going to let you get away with it. What would you have done if you were the Sixers?
What would I have done with the Sixers? Not went that route.
Yeah, but what would you have done? No. Hold on. But what would
around Jaylen Brown?
Okay.
And first of all, another one. Okay.
But Embiid's still here. But hang on. But Embiid's still here. So even if you have Jaylen Brown here, Embiid's still here, and that's your main problem with it, right?
Embiid's not going to be here. Embiid. Let me tell you, this new guy. I love this new guy. And this is Embiid's last year. This fraud, stealing money from this organization.
All right.
Okay. And also, LeBron, how come tickets now are $500 for preseason? My sister went to buy me tickets for a game. She goes, Gary, tickets are $900.
So, Gary, let me ask you a question. Why do you think tickets are $500 for the game?
Obviously, because of LeBron.
Okay, then what are you asking us for?
Okay, then why is that when you only signed for $8 million, then now they're going to fleece all the Philadelphia fans?
Supply, Gary. Good. I appreciate you. We want you to call back in. We appreciate you.
That's Glorious Gare. He made a phone call last week.
Really?
It took me a second to connect the dots.
Glorious Gary.
Glorious Gary.
Mad Mike and Herb's kid.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Have you guys developed Whack Packers? We had big off for a
It
week?
was the same day.
Same segment.
So do we have new callers?
It was Chaz and
Gary.
and Glorious Gary.
Makes me even more mad. Glorious Gary and where's Chaz? Can we get Chaz today?
We were so proud of ourselves. We're like, guess what we're gonna be able to show John next week when he comes back.
You developed a Whack Pack.
It didn't even register until he said okay, and I'm like, that's him.
I didn't realize it either. You said it. John's texted me. He's like, Ray, why do you look so shocked right now on camera? I was like, it's Gary.
It's Glorious Gary.
Oh my God, Glorious Gary, call back.
Him and Chaz, man.
We'll get you on. We'll get you right back on.
We're complaining about
Rushmore.
James.
We're going to hear this a lot. The people the boomers that want to be angry that tickets cost as much as they do. I hear you. Guess what? I'd like to take my kids down to a game. I don't want to pay $200 a ticket to take my I may be able to get some freebies or whatever, but can I bring 5 people down to a lot of Sixers games? Probably not. I hope so.
We're going to be traveling down to D.C. to see the Wizards and Sixers.
So I understand that it's like, well, look at the prices. This is simple supply and demand. I don't know what to tell you. There's more people that are interested in going to games. That's going to push the price up. This is simple economics. So if you can't go to a game now, sorry. It's just what it is. It is what it is, man. What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Everything is expensive, right? Phillies are expensive. Eagles are expensive. Flyers are expensive. Sure, this is going to be another level with LeBron James. Come on, hello.
His name is LeBron James.
You been down to a Phillies game with your family?
No.
How much that costs?
A lot.
$500, $600, $700.
Yeah.
$100 tickets, 5. They want ice cream every inning or cotton candy.
Crazy.
You pay 20 whatever to park.
Yeah.
Like a hat or you're talking a lot of money, man.
Yeah, we floated the idea of Lehigh Valley. That's where we were.
My daughter actually, I don't know if the weather held up. She was supposed to go to the Fightin' Phil's game today. They had those 10:30 starts for
Hell yeah.
trip for camps, and so
Love that.
it's good. It's good. It's good up there. That's a good spot to go. Lehigh Valley's a really good place to go.
Yeah, of course. And
Coca-Cola Park.
And that's what I would say. For the people that want hoop in their life, you got the Delaware Bluecoats, right? Cheap money there. Good place to see a game. You're right up on the action. You don't know. You're going to see NBA talent.
I mean, yeah.
And then for the other stuff, you might have to go to minor leagues. Everything is expensive right now. This isn't just a one-time deal for us.
Everything's expensive. Yeah, I mean, Ray, if people really want to scratch that basketball itch, you can almost be on the court playing if you go check out the Temple Owls.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of people at those games.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
That's fine. Take your shots, man.
Jackie Moon rolling them out there.
I'll remember who I'm giving my season tickets to when the time comes.
It ain't going to be me. That's for sure. All right, yeah. Dude, can you sell me your ticket? Can I
Not
take
now.
over for you?
You just took a shot at Temple.
No, so you would have before.
I would have thought about it.
Yeah, right.
The coach saw him and almost caused an accident trying to say hello to Ray.
Really?
Yeah.
I was on Temple's campus. They have the rally house there. And I was walking to go get something for when we were going to the Union cruise on Wednesday. And I just hear this car honking. I'm like, who's honking like that? I look out at the road. There's Adam Fisher just waving at me.
How about that? No way.
What's up, Adam?
Ray's a stud. He's a star.
He did some Union podcast. Is this your new Union podcast?
Yeah.
Is it on the station?
No.
Huh?
I mean, I guess we
should
could
be.
collaborate.
It should be.
Yeah. I, mean,
I saw. No, the clip that I watched was really good. Who's the cat you're doing it with?
Shannon Williams, old defender for the Union.
Get
Yeah,
out!
he
It
does
was
a lot of stuff.
awesome.
Yeah,
and I
he's
know
great.
nothing about soccer.
Ray Dunn.
Shannon's awesome.
What's the name of it?
Monday morning center back.
All right, so check it out because it was really well done. What I watched was really well done.
Yeah, Greg Fallon
Congratulations!
did a really good job with it. Yeah.
And that's your podcast with him?
Monday afternoons every week.
What's next? What could possibly be next for you, Ray?
Buying that stock, John.
I got a text yesterday. How many different outlets do I have to see you on?
I mean, Jesus.
Sorry, man.
Hey, I mean, like, it's good. Are they gonna whack bar cannon? You're gonna be doing pre and post game.
PHL 17 yesterday.
I saw
he
him.
had the shirt. The boy's wearing the robe right now.
He's wearing a robe. Yep.
Sky's the limit
that
for that cat.
That would have went down a bad path. I'm gonna shut up.
Perfect. That's what I like. All right, coming up, Michael Wilbon, our old buddy, talked about how dumb people are that think the Sixers can roll the ball out and be successful in year one. We'll talk about it, and we'll discuss. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies drop one in Miami. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phils lost the first game of a 3-game set against the Marlins last night. Another one tonight at 6:40. Aaron Nola on the mound for them. But last night's game, Zach Wheeler only going 3 innings, allowing 5 earned. His velocity was down. We talked to Todd Zalecki of MLB.com earlier today about whether we should be concerned about Zach Wheeler.
I'm going to take him at his word for now, but Sunday's going to be the day that tells the story. That's his next start. If he comes out Sunday, he's thrown 93.5. Now I am concerned.
He wasn't the only Phillies pitcher to struggle yesterday. John Duran blowing the save, allowing 3 earned, and that walk-off to give the Marlins the first win of the series. Eagles training camp report date is today. We'll keep you updated if anything happens down there in South Philly if we get any news out of Eagles camp. In case you missed it, LeBron James, a 76er, was officially announced yesterday by the team. We're still awaiting official announcement on them adding Kentavious Caldwell-Pope as they will wrap up putting together their roster. This update is brought to you by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes, better people through sports. Info, positivecoach.org. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, we're back middays with Marks. John Marks, Sean Brace on a Getaway Tuesday. Ray Dunn wearing a king's robe. And do you have the crown on? So you figured it out with the
I'm trying. It feels like it's breaking the one side of the headphone.
So to go to our Fanatic YouTube page either now, if you're listening in the car, don't do it now. But when you get home so you can see how ridiculous Ray looks. He just said he would wear a crown and a robe if they signed him. Now, Ray also said he wouldn't drink in August.
I heard. Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
And he's denying it. We'll get to that coming up.
Okay.
All right? Because he said he would have a dry August.
Ooh.
So
That's coming up, Ray.
Yep. I just don't think he could physically do it. You know, when you put, people that have problems with alcohol and you tell them not to drink, they have withdrawal symptoms. I'm concerned Ray would go through withdrawal. Right. All right. Michael Wilbon, this is PTI. I have not heard this, though. I know what he said. I didn't hear it. So you saw, because apparently Kornheiser was loving it.
Yes.
But Wilbon has something against Philadelphia. He always has. It's Donovan McNabb related. He doesn't like the city.
That is correct.
I don't know if that's what shapes what he says here, but here's Michael Wilbon talking about everybody's just putting the Sixers right in the championship. Here it is.
This does not happen overnight, and it's unlikely to happen in year one. This is incredible. Again, we all want to watch it. We can't wait to opening night, which we could fast forward. Joel Embiid in his last 3 years, I won't take the order of games, but it's like 38, 19, and 39. If Joel Embiid is not out there for 50-plus games in all the playoffs, they're not winning anything. They got the right people, the roster. They've got Nick Nurse, as I'm glad has been said, with the championship ring. But the notion that they're going to roll the ball out on the floor and the Sixers are going to be better than the Knicks and be better than Oklahoma City and be better than San Antonio is dumb. It's not paying attention to the reality and the history of professional basketball.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Michael Wilbon on that last part because I don't think that the Sixers are going to roll the ball out and they're going to win the championship. I don't think it's that easy. The first thing he said is dumb. He says that he brings up Joel Embiid and the number of games that he played. Yeah, maybe you do need a Joel Embiid that's healthy and productive in a finals. But let's not act like they're not a better team with Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. They've added Jaylen Brown and LeBron James, and your younger players are a year more developed.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the difference between what they had last year with Embiid trying to recover from emergency surgery and what you had this year? Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. They're going to be more successful this year.
Oh, yeah.
Does it mean they make the NBA Finals? Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, look, I know this. You're right about Wilbon not liking Philadelphia, but putting that to the side.
But that was fair commentary.
I totally agree. And what I would say is last year he was not anti, but he was against the idea that Oklahoma City was going to win 2 in a row. He said, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're not going to win 2 in a row. Guess what? He was right.
But the Knicks are this year.
I don't know he is on the side of the Knicks being better than the 76ers, but he did not go as far to say that the Knicks will be representing the East.
Right, so the Knicks are good because the Sixers are the chief competition, but last year Oklahoma City couldn't possibly win a back-to-back, and he was right.
Yeah, he got right. He was right at the end of the day, but they lost in the Western Conference Finals. It could have very well went the other way.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
There's no issue with what he said. I just would say, look, a lot of hoop to be played, a lot of season to be had. You don't know what they're going to do at the trade deadline. You don't know what type of veterans are going to be bought out. You don't know what Dean Wade's going to look like. You don't know what Philon's going to look like. There are a lot of question marks. There's 6 new players to the equation.
Let's keep it simple. Who are the 2 best teams in the East right now, Ray?
Knicks and the Sixers.
Right? Like that. Is that dumb to say?
No.
Okay, so then what the hell is he talking about? If they're clearly the top 2 teams in the East, is it really that dumb to think the Sixers could win in year 1? Of course it's not. It's not going to be easy.
Is it dumb to believe that Joel Embiid can be healthy?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, it is. Of course it is.
It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. Maybe things are different. Maybe they don't have to play him in crazy amount of minutes. I don't know.
He's not going to be. I heard somebody say, I don't even know what. I listened to so much and watched so much stuff yesterday, but I heard someone say, well, with LeBron, maybe you cannot play him as much during the regular season, and then by the playoffs, it's like, no. Like, we've done this for years.
Yeah.
You could sit him during the regular season and then play him in the playoffs, and he can get hurt in game 2. There's no way to protect him from his body. There's none.
That's correct.
So you have to hope you have enough, and you can get enough from Joel Embiid. I have no idea how it's going to work out. Ray, is this team good enough to win without Joel Embiid?
No.
Are you sure?
The finals?
Are they good enough to make an Eastern Conference final without Joel Embiid?
I just look at who's playing that 5. Is it going to be Dean Wade? Is it going to be Huck Porty? Is it going to be Bona?
Would you rather have Embiid or LeBron on this team? That's an easy answer for me.
I think LeBron's here because of the upside of this team.
It's LeBron.
Right, I know, but it's LeBron. So if you were to have traded Embiid for LeBron, would you have done that?
Probably.
If the Lakers would have said, "We'll sign and trade, you get LeBron, we give you Embiid," yeah, of course you would. So now you have to fill in the rest of the roster. Dean Wade is your stretch.
Yeah,
he's your 5 in the small lineup. Maybe you have to like Huck Porty or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
I don't know. You get some other big guy. I'm not telling you they're better without Embiid, but they may end up having to play without Embiid, and I think they're good enough to where they could make an NBA final depending on Embiid.
I totally agree, and I would just say there's a lot up to figure out. Like I was reading an article yesterday about LeBron's going to be the point guard. Yeah, he's going to run the point at times. He's going to have the ball in his hands at times. Of course he is. That's LeBron James.
They have enough scoring without Embiid.
Yeah.
Brown averaged nearly 30 points last year.
Defensively,
LeBron ordered 20.
Defensively, it's a little question mark. LeBron is definitely a guy that likes to take a few possessions off.
Oh, for sure.
But, and same thing with Joel Embiid. But I still feel like 50.5, give me the over on this. Like, this team is going to rip off some pretty big win streaks. I could see like double digits. Honestly.
50 seems pretty light to me.
It does. Health. It's the only thing that you're going to throw in my face and say.
But during, like, Wilbon had talked about the regular season there. They have a deep team. So if Embiid misses 3 or 4 games or is out for an extended period of time, they have guys coming off the bench that can play.
Oh, yeah.
Deep team.
That stays, too.
Deep team?
Yeah. Real quick, Kornheiser. So that was different. That was from some Hoop Collective with Michael Wilbon. This is from PTI yesterday. And Tony Kornheiser, who, look, I love Wilbon and Kornheiser. Those guys are the OGs. Wilbon, he doesn't like Philadelphia. I don't like that, but whatever. Kornheiser, though, waxed poetic about winning in this city. And damn it, it brought a tear to my eye when I heard it yesterday. Let's hear it again.
When you win, it's the most wonderful place on earth because they appreciate sports in a way that is difficult for most of us to understand because they boo so much, but it is in their core.
It's true.
What is the most wonderful place to win? Tony Kornheiser said that about Philadelphia?
Yep.
Are things changing? Are the vibes changing?
I think it's always been, you just didn't know it because we never won before. Now they're winning and people see what it's like to win. Before losing, it was just always losing.
The wise one over here. That's right. You're probably right.
I talked to a reporter. They're doing something for Barrett Media that they're running tomorrow about the radio wars that were going on. And yeah, exactly. I didn't talk to anybody about that before I did it too. And yeah, and like I'd said that you get like the people that are against LeBron James are Buddy Ryan Eagle fans. Like you had called them boomers. It's the Buddy Ryan Eagle fan that's like, Andy Reid, and they're the same people, the same type of sports fan that's the Buddy Ryan fan. Now, as they've died out and they've gotten older and they're no longer with us, you have the younger fan like Ray that isn't nearly as negative. Ray's grown up with the teams being good for the most part.
Life rocks.
Yeah, Ray's good.
Yeah, somebody said something like about the Union. I was like, yeah, back in the day when they first started, like, ooh, wow, when the Union were bad. I'm like, wow, the Union were good. Like, that's all you know. It's interesting, yeah.
We have a bunch of good voice memos coming up next, Ray.
We do. You should have seen the crowd Trump Race was running with on Wednesday at the Union game.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of hooligans?
No, it was...
No, it was his best I'm keeping up with people in their early to mid-20s. And he did a great job of it.
I was hanging out with influencers. No.
Influencers.
Where are they? West Side Boys?
The Highland Bros.
Highland Bros from Jersey.
The Baja Boys you were hanging out
These
with?
cats got like 1 million followers on TikTok. They're like 24, 25.
Oh, that's right up his alley.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing a golf challenge against them. Fanatic versus Highland Bros.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm the 5th member of the Highland Bros.
I can see that. You were how many Color Me Bad singers were there? Sean, you fit right in there. Coming up. A Daryl Morey impersonator looking for credit, a Sixers tattoo promise, and not caller on caller crime, voice memo on caller crime. Middays of Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Middays remarks. So I'm gonna promo this now. We'll get to the voice memos. You're off tomorrow. You're off for the rest of the week. Ray is in tomorrow. I'm off on Thursday. Ray and Jason Martinez are going to do the show on Thursday.
Hell yeah.
Jason has put out on Twitter. We all know he's been going through a battle with colon cancer for I don't even know how long now. It's been a long time, and he's had some setbacks. And I'm sure Ray, he's going to be talking about that on the air on Thursday. I don't know how much he's actually said on social media. I got to reach out. I want to get him on tomorrow just to kind of preview it with us. But yeah, so Jason and Ray are going to be on Thursday, and I'm really excited because I'm not going anywhere. I just it was the day that I needed off. So I'm happy Jason's going to be on the show, and I want him on as much as he wants to be on. He's feeling well. He wants to work. He wants to do regular stuff. So, maybe we'll have him on tomorrow. I got to text him. But Jason and Ray will be on Thursday.
Yeah, I've never worked with him in that capacity, so I'm excited to get through the 4 hours.
Yeah,
chop it up that way.
Oh yeah, no, he's awesome. You guys will have good conversation. He's a really, really good conversationalist.
I will have to learn as much as I can about rock and metal and all the wonderful things that he listens to by the time we talk on Thursday. Because I only just play the Flyers beds when he comes back from break. That's the way I appease him as a producer. We don't have that back and forth when it comes to music.
Well, also do a Mr. NBA segment. Do something with that because he is tremendous with NBA trivia. Do a couple of things like that with him.
Yeah.
When I text him, I'll ask him a couple things that he wants to do.
Yeah.
I got to check in on him anyway. Make sure he's all right.
What's going on with the orange and the black? That's what I want to know from Jason. He's got the inside track and all that.
It must be the lull right now. Connor McDavid is the big name being mentioned. I've heard the same conversation for like 4 years now.
But we're getting closer.
Well, the Flyers are definitely interested in making a big move. They know they need something big.
He's literally the best player in the NHL. So why would they get rid of him? I don't know. But hey, look.
Yeah, I'm all for the best player in the NHL.
Great.
Is he the best player?
Connor McDavid?
There might be some guy that I've never heard of that's better. But
I don't think I'm going to have anybody at the top of my list, right?
Feel fact. Yeah, he's the best player in the NHL.
I mean, he's an absolute beast.
All right. Let's go to the Davis Honda text line where you can send the voice memos. We have a couple that we stored up here. So, is this a different Daryl Morey impersonator? We had the original Daryl Morey impersonator, but then he stopped calling because I spooked him. I criticized him for having the audio on in the background. But go ahead, Ray.
Hey, guys. Daryl Morey here, currently at Crumble Cookie, former executive in the NBA. I see through the news cycle all this stuff about, LeBron James and Jaylen Brown and who deserves credit for the Sixers getting these guys. But I haven't seen once anybody put out there that I, first of all, signed Paul George to that massive contract, and he was the main trade piece to get Jaylen Brown, which ultimately brought LeBron to the Sixers. Nobody wants to thank me, though. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I know Tobias will always be grateful for what I've done for him, and matter of fact, here he's coming in the door for order me some Crumble Cookie. I gotta go, guys.
Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks, Daryl.
Appreciate it. I like the other Daryl Morey guy better.
Yeah, the other one was
got to turn the volume down.
Unbeaten.
So, yeah, he made the move. Somebody was trying to make the connection that without Daryl Morey trading Jerry McCain, we're not here. I don't know if I can get there.
Just give him another first-round pick down. Like, who knows? Yeah. All right. You give Daryl Morey credit because he traded a young commodity. Maybe you trade McCain instead of a draft pick. You're telling me he wouldn't have had value. You couldn't trade him for a draft pick. Like, shut up. Daryl Morey gets no credit for anything.
Nothing.
At all. I am so glad he is gone. That pompous ass. I am so glad that he's gone. Still hasn't come up for air. There's been no mention of anything. He hasn't even changed his bio on Twitter. A guy that lived on social media and I'm sure has a ton of burner accounts. He was DMing a lot. Some of his supporters in the media. I heard on Twitter. Just saying.
Yeah.
But thank you for your support. But anyway, he hasn't come up for air to even change his bio. Little rat.
Speaking of social media.
Yep.
We got a tweet last night. Joel Embiid.
Oh, yeah.
Did he tweet?
Yeah. But it's not about the Sixers.
So he's doing soccer tweets?
No, he actually did, I think, a Phillies tweet.
No,
that's not the Phillies.
It was a baseball tweet.
It was a different team.
You talking about the Brewers?
He's not talking about the Dodgers, is he?
Oh, yes.
He's doing a Dodgers tweet?
Really?
Yep.
That was no. What, the Dodgers lose last night or something?
No. I don't know what the Dodgers' final score was last night. I can tell you it wasn't a negative Dodgers tweet.
I thought it was more along the lines from the Phillies because he said something like the tweet was, "Don't worry, we're going to get him come playoff time." I don't know. Anyways, he tweeted, and I bring it back to what you said, John, yesterday. It's more difficult that he is not tweeting about the 76ers getting LeBron James and Jaylen Brown in the same offseason than to tweet about it. Like, what am I missing? Why is he doing this? Why is he trolling us? Is this?
Oh, he is Joel Embiid, my least favorite characteristic of Joel.
Does this qualify as a troll?
So here's what he says. Maybe there's more than one tweet. I have a good, and good is in caps. I have a good feeling about October. The playoffs are going to be fun. Fun is in caps. 4 exclamation points.
And that's not about the Phillies.
That was a 10.
And then it was quote tweeted by Aiden Doc. Who's our second team after the Phillies, Joel? 3-peat, baby.
Oh. So he.
But what happened to 10-11 to do that? Because the Phillies were over before that.
Correct.
So it wouldn't make sense that he was reacting.
Dodgers didn't play last night.
Okay, so what was he talking about?
I don't know.
3-peat, baby. It was their second team after. All right,
Can I just get a tweet? I tweeted him. I said, "Hey, Joe, we got LeBron."
Now, does he have a good feeling about October? That's the beginning of the season. Is he talking about the Sixers? No, but like to your point, and I'm trying not to criticize Joel for the lack of response on social media, but and you just repeated what I said yesterday. It's more of an effort not to tweet like he's excited about what the team has done than to actually just friggin' tweet about it.
It's so true. That's all I thought about.
He is such a pain in the ass.
Can't I just
I can't stand him.
Just one tweet.
But that's why I can't stand him. And even though I'm trying not to criticize him, I end up saying that I can't stand him. But I can't because it's true. If he would just put eye emojis or something after LeBron, like nothing.
The crown. I'm not
using on purpose.
I'm now using the crown emoji a lot.
You think he's going to call him the king? Joel?
He is.
That'd be like Mike calling Howard the king.
Oh, God, yeah, that never. No shot. No shot.
I won't call him the king.
Who, Howard?
No. I mean, I probably would now.
I kinged him.
I know. That's your role when he comes on is to king him. He is the king.
And LeBron is the king, too.
He
If I'm Joel Embiid, you got to king him.
He is the king. All right, let's do all right, we have another voice memo. What do we got? Go ahead.
Yo, it's Fink. Hoagie Man, listen. These callers.
Oh, this is Fink? Eric Fink? What's up, Fink? Go ahead.
Are the biggest idiots I've ever heard in my life. He's 42 years old, and then he says he's averaging 26 and 7. He's averaging 26 and 7 at 42 years old. He'll only play 50 games. Guess what? That's all I need him to play. Get to the playoffs healthy. Oh, my God. This team hasn't won a championship since 1983. It's been 40 years, and you guys are crying that this team signed a freaking all-time great to a 2-year, $8 million deal to form one of the best teams on paper, we got to see how it works out, ever. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Say it with your chest, Fink. I love
and
it.
Fink, stop down with some Italian hoagies.
You know, it feels good to yell every once in a while. I'm right there with them. Like, what does it matter with these people?
I was wondering if he was offended by the phrase hoagie mouth, and that's what triggered Fink to come in.
I think he probably liked. We'll have to find out if he likes hoagie mouth. And just because it's Fink, I'll bring this up. For people, if you know, you know. There's a lot of frauds out there that have very quickly changed their tune, that have went weeks saying, oh, LeBron James, you don't want him this reason. Like, very, very, very against LeBron James, and he's selfish and all this other stuff. All of a sudden, oh, I love LeBron. What a great signing. Like Rhea. I heard Rhea for weeks was talking about how you don't want LeBron. And I didn't actually hear this. This is what people told me. And, like, all of a sudden, on Monday, oh, what a great signing LeBron is. See, I just pay attention. There's going to be a lot of phonies that are on the airways. They're going to change their tune. Just remember that. Like, seriously, get a diary, Ray, and we're going to keep track of every phony and fraud out there. What they said before and what they said after. I'm taking notes.
Take them.
All right.
I got to get a tattoo.
Coming up, you do have to get a tattoo. And we have more on tattoos coming up from a voice memo. But also, Colin Cowherd. How about that get?
Yeah.
On Unfiltered yesterday.
They don't even have a producer. How are they getting Colin Cowherd?
I think Scott called him and he said, "Of course I'll come on."
Yeah.
Right?
Bill cries the program director and gets what he wants.
Also,
as old as time.
He doubled down on the Sixers starting five being the best that LeBron James has ever played with. We'll debate it and play it coming up next. Middays of Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Another one in Miami operates under this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public Health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. The Marlins walked it off last night against the Phillies. Another game between the Phillies and the Marlins tonight at 6:40. Aaron Nola taking the mound for the Phils. Zach Wheeler, tough one for him last night. 3 innings, 5 earned. Velocity was down. Joan Duran allowed 3 earned in that 9th inning, including the walk-off as the Phillies dropped that one. Get back to action tonight. We are less than a week away from the trade deadline. Todd Zalecki of MLB.com joined us earlier in the show and talked about the Phillies' approach.
I think that they are going to be aggressive. I don't know what that looks like. I don't think that's going to mean Mason Miller and Byron Buxton. I mean, I don't think the Twins are going to trade him anyway. But they're going to do something. They need to do something. They know they need to do something.
You can listen to that full conversation on our website, the Fanatic app, or our YouTube channel. Eagles training camp report date is today. Keep you updated anything that comes out of South Philly. And in case you missed it, LeBron James, a 76er. Official word came down from the team yesterday. They're expected to officially sign Contavious Caldwell-Pope soon. This update is also brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less, and that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. I'm Brady on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
By far. Listen, people look at Miami. They had no center. They were a terrible rebounding team. I mean, Joel Anthony was like 6'9", and Udonis Haslem was old. He was old in the 80s. I mean, just didn't have any size. They were really smart. Battier, Allen, Bosch, Wade, LeBron, super smart. One of the smartest basketball teams I've ever seen. They weren't great at point guard. Mario Chalmers drove LeBron crazy, and Wade and LeBron are not really naturally dependable deep ball shooters.
So that's Colin Cowherd yesterday on Unfiltered. Bill and Ricky. What up, everybody? We're back. So, real fast before we debate it, I guess Cowherd was off last week because Jason McIntyre, that rat, he was on for him. So Cowherd landed. He was on vacation in Florida. He landed, and he ran home and did the 25-minute podcast or whatever. And I listened to a good 10 minutes of it. Then he started just repeating the same thing over and over again because he doesn't have it's not a segment you have to fill, so you don't have to keep saying the same thing over and over again. But I was really curious in his insight because he was the most vocal national guy that was saying the Sixers by far are the best team. What do we got? Breaking news.
Adam Schefter, breaking. Eagles are signing two-time Pro Bowl selection Jalen Carter to a 4-year, $152 million extension worth up to $160 million, including $106 million guaranteed. That now makes him the highest-paid defensive tackle in NFL history.
Wow.
Damn. Get it done, Howie.
Right at the start of training camp. Woo! All right, so give me the deets again on that there, Ray.
$152 million extension worth up to $160, and they have 106 of that guaranteed.
Wow.
All right, there you go. And I do have to give our Eagles insider credit. Bill Colarulo never wavered, and he said he's confident it'll get done. And it got done beginning of training camp. So for every, what's his name, Gonzalez up in with the Patriots?
Yes,
the cornerback.
Christian Gonzalez.
He's bitching he wants a new contract, and the Patriots haven't given it to him yet. Think about how many teams around the NFL don't pay their guys or make them go to, look at the Cowboys. Everybody's got to wait. You got to go through the franchise tag. The Eagles never do that with anybody. They sign them. They sign their main guys. Jeffrey Lurie, again, give him credit. He's putting out big-time money to sign these guys, and there's never an issue keeping guys that you want. Milt Williams, they leave. Josh Sweat, they leave. There's guys that they can't keep everybody. But, man, they almost keep everybody. And they pay them big bucks.
This was a huge season for Jalen Carter if he did not get that contract. That's what we were talking about on Friday when we were doing Football Guy Friday, and we talked about the upcoming season that, who's the most pivotal season it is. And I said Jalen Carter because of the contract he could potentially get. Howie's not taking any chances. You're rewarding him. I think he should. I'm just surprised that there is money like that to work with. No, I'm not a salary cap guy. I'm not Joe Banner over here.
So here's what he does. You do 4 avoidable years at the end of the contract, and then those cap hits are much more manageable. As you get to year 3 or 4, and this is the beauty with the Eagles, if you sign younger players and then you re-sign them the contracts and you know they're going to be here, this isn't going to be Jalen Carter's last deal with the Eagles, or they're betting that it's not. So after you get 2 years, once that cap hit becomes $40 million or $50 million, they just redo the contract and they kick money more into the back end of the years. All it takes is an owner that's willing to spend the money. And Jeffrey Lurie spends more money than anybody out there. It's unbelievable.
He's going to continue to do so because there's some great names that they drafted, and that's the problem when you draft really well. You got to eventually pay the guys or let them go, trade them, whatever it may be. And you're not going to do that with Cooper or Quinion. Those two are destined for greatness already.
So you got to pay them $30 million a year.
Somebody's going to go somewhere eventually. But this year, Jalen Carter rewarded. Man, he just jumped Jeffrey Simmons for the highest paid. That is incredible.
JMs checks in on the text line here and says that I feel like the LeBron's signing accelerated the Jalen Carter contract extension. We said it. We said it. Everybody said it. How he never doesn't make a splash, right?
Now, is this done as a favor to one Adam Schefter? Because if Adam Schefter came on these airwaves tomorrow, sure, training camp's the beginning conversation, but Rich Paul just said on his podcast that Schefter was sold a lemon. That would have been amongst the first questions. Now we have to break down the Jalen Carter contract negotiations.
I think it was they threw Bill Colarulo a bone, so he can say I was confidently reporting this. There you go.
That's where you lose me.
This is a great deal for the Eagles and Jalen Carter because of the talent we know he has, what he's already shown us, but obviously what he's capable of. He dealt with some injuries last year that kind of took him out of the mix to a point. Maybe he wasn't as dominant as he could potentially be. Hopefully that is the case. But I just felt like going into the season, him not getting the contract, I'm like, man, he's going to be hungry. He's going to be dominating.
All right, so let me not play the other side, but let me tell you my first thoughts is the talent's undeniable, the presence he has on that defensive line. And by the way, this dude wants to play football. He is a beast. So this isn't a guy that you have to worry about not wanting to play football. He's also showed up to camp out of shape. And like now you're giving him $106 million guaranteed. You cannot count on him showing up in shape. But I kind of wanted to see him do it this year, not as a prove it, but as a prove it. This is his 4th year, so he's still under club control for another year after this with that 5th-year option. Is this his 4th year, Ray? Jalen Carter's 4th year? It would have to be going into his 4th year. So he's still under contract for the next 2 years, and then you're adding on to that. So that's probably how you get a lot of the cap flexibility, in addition to where they just, like Uncle Jamie just texted me, and he's right. Like they convert the deals into signing bonuses, so they give them that money in 2 years, and they just tear up the deal and they do a whole new one and kick the can into the future.
Well, now they got a really
it's his 4th year.
It's his 4th year. Yeah. I'm just kind of going off of that thought process. It's great. Good for him to get the payday. Top end talent.
Yes.
Like all those things said. All that to preface it with, I can't have the opening night where kickoff happens and we're talking about him being ejected. I can't have in October the conversation from Vic Fangio about him being out of shape. Like those types of things. Now you got the money. You got taken care of. They said, hey, we're putting the bet on you.
You know what comes with having him is that he's a loose cannon, and he spit on Dak Prescott. He might stomp somebody at some point. He is a guy. You need a guy like that on the defense. All I'm saying is that you paid Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is a top 10 defensive end or defensive tackle in football. Now you have Jalen Carter, who's probably top 5 defensive tackle in football. You're paying good. As long as they can keep paying everybody, I'm fine with it. I just didn't think you could pay everybody.
I'm buying all the stock this year for Grenard. He is going to tear it up because of those two dogs in the middle, plus the rotation with a Jomo and Jalix Hunt. You think about all those names, fresh bodies. Is he getting a call?
What are you laughing about?
He said if it wasn't by training camp, it's over. We gotta get a decision made at some point here, boys.
Well,
Clock's
training camp
ticking.
just started today. He doesn't want to come in the beginning of training camp.
At the beginning of camp.
All
So
right.
Good Morning Football. Let's get on the phone, Howie. Get it done.
Get it done. That's the next move.
Howie, get it done. How many sacks is Grenard going to end up with? I wonder what his projections are.
Well, I mean, they signed him to a double-digit sack contract, right? At least 10, 11, 12 for sure.
And so now they've paid Carter, they've paid Davis, they paid Grenard. Hey, Nolan Smith, it's going to be nice having you here as long as they do.
But he still has a 5th-year option where he's making real money. He's making over $10 million. Now, I'm going to say it again. Jeffrey Lurie is the best owner in this city's history. The amount of money he spends, he could pocket all this money. Oh, you know why owners don't like to do what Jeffrey Lurie does? Because they have to take the money out of their pocket now. It has to go in escrow. And so you know what Mike Brown does of the Bengals? He wants to collect 6 months of interest. You don't want to pay this right now. I'll pay you when the season starts. These will be in your game checks. I'm not going to pay you right now. The signing bonus means they pay right now. There are owners in the NFL that don't do the big signing bonuses because they just want to pay per week during the season because they want to collect the interest. I mean, Ray, you can relate in your TD bank account all the interest that you get in your savings.
Yeah,
account.
absolutely.
But that's why Jeffrey Lurie, he turns down millions and millions of dollars that if he wanted to be a different type of a spender, the way he spends. And it enables the team, as long as they draft well, they can keep all their players like this. It's incredible.
Jalen Carter for this upcoming season, 4.5 on DraftKings Sportsbook, minus 120 for sacks.
Yeah, defensive tackles are a lot different when it comes to sacks.
It's tough.
What about Grenard? Is there a number?
There's not a number, but I'm looking at fantasypros.com projections. Defensive sacks, 8.2 for Jonathan Grenard.
You would hope it's more, but
yeah.
And then Hunt, you would expect maybe around the same amount of sacks, right? Is this Hunt's last year? Because I mean, part of the good thing with having Quinyon is you have the 5th-year option. The not so great thing about having Cooper DeJean and Jalix is they don't have the 5th-year option, so they get the free agency before the first round
for Jalix.
So Jalix is in his 3rd year. All right, well, that's good because he's not making a lot of money and he's productive. So you know what Jalen Hunt is? The next guy to leave in free agency.
You think about, yeah, you're right about that. You think about what we had last year, the Eagles had going into the season as far as the depth is concerned with the defensive line, defensive ends. You think about what they had to do in the middle of the season to get Phillips for the trade. Like now, that's a serious unit. I would put that up against a lot of teams out there.
Ojimo is, I'm a big fan. He's the next Milton Williams to leave because he's really good.
Yeah.
7th round draft pick.
He's under the radar.
6th or 7th round draft pick. When you draft like that, you can do things like sign Jalen Carter with a big contract. When you struggle in the draft, that's when you have to go out and spend money in free agency, and you're never getting as good a talent, and you're paying free agency dollars. When
7th round.
When the Eagles struggled, you look at their drafts. When the Eagles struggled with the drafts, that's when they had to go out and they had to try to buy help. The way they've drafted recently is turned them into the organization they are right now.
Jomo had more sacks than Nolan Smith did last year. I know Nolan was banged up a little bit, dealing with some injuries, but Ojimo played in all 17 games, ended up with 6 sacks last year. Yeah, I think if you were to say, give me one name that is a little under the radar for some Eagles fans out there, I would say it is. He's really good. I'm just saying that whole unit, though, the fact that they were able to get Grenard, because it was a big question mark.
Yeah. Oh, it was the biggest. It was my biggest talking point was who's your best defensive end? He's not on the team.
How are you getting after the quarterback?
Yep. Ty Robinson gave you nothing last year. Maybe in year 2 he gives you something. That's a rotational guy. Byron Young, all right, like he looks okay. Who else do they have that's a potential pass rusher? I don't even know that, and that's why you could really use BG because he played tackle last year too in passing.
Thank you, 97.5.
He was right. He was very productive in limited snaps last year. I know you were a big fan of him playing last year.
If they get the Raiders 17 games this season, he might have 30 sacks.
The Raiders.
Man, fine. Come back. We already saw you back once. What am I going to do? Stop you this time?
I need more BG in my life. I really, really do. And then you look at Zach Bond, Campbell. Grenard is your best pass rusher. Jalen Hunt. You have Trot Jr., who is really, really good. Trot Jr. is a borderline starter right now. I've seen enough to where if something happens with an injury, I want to see what he looks like in there. He did really. He impressed me a lot last year. I think he's a pretty good player. And then you have Marcus Epps comes in and really solidifies that secondary with Blankenship leaving. That's a good signing. Do we expect more of Makuba this year?
I do.
That's a yes, Ray?
Yeah, that's a yes.
Yeah, I do.
Needed.
And I heard some serious, really pumping him up from some other people in a national perspective. And I'm like, all right.
As far as the talent.
Yeah. Look, he showed some worth. There's no doubt about it. But I thought some people were going a little overboard on his potential.
Tariq Woolen?
Another one that seems to be getting a lot of attention as well. But there's reasons, right? Good body, good frame, a lot of length, and did look good and limited opportunities so far with the Eagles here at practice. I know that some people that are covering the team are really speaking highly of him. I was saying that, I just love the addition. He does bring something different to the table that you did not have. So I think, look, having the experience, what they were able to do last year, add him to the mix can only help.
Woolen, he's a starting corner. Tyler Zuli checks in on the text line. They signed AJ. Is it Epenza? EPNESA from the Bills. I forget how to pronounce his name. Who was a really good player. And they got him on a 1-year contract.
You got to think about what Howie saw last year, and he attacked. He said, man, we got to have a heck of a lot better defense. And they went out there and did exactly that. Now, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter are already here, but to get them both under contract, it's a home run. It was absolutely a necessity to do so. Jalen Carter is one of a kind. He really is. I know he doesn't put up the sack numbers as we discussed, but he is a game wrecker. Plus, by the way, those guys get their big old paws up. Didn't they have the record for passes deflected last season?
You sound like John Madden.
Oh, big old paws. Nate Newton. Oh, turducken. Yeah. Boom.
All right, there you go. I don't know how many people, if there's going to be anybody that says it's not a good signing, because the Eagles draft star players and they re-sign their star players. There's never, and you would think it would be like that everywhere. It'd be universal everywhere. Just pay attention to what's going on in the NFL. Teams don't always play their players.
No, you're right. And the one thing I would say, Jalen Carter deserves credit. Did he say anything? I never heard a peep. Right? And I don't know. This could potentially went the other way.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was conversations behind the scenes that led him believe that this was going to happen. Drew Rosenhaus is his agent. Anything could have happened. Jalen Carter didn't say a word. He wasn't holding out. He wasn't locking out. He wasn't staying home. He didn't take his ball and go home.
That's the biggest credit you got to give to Howie Roseman. Welcome to the first day of camp, boys. Guess what? Your guy just got the highest paid contract of any defensive tackle in history. Go on out there.
If you think about it, how clean is this organization?
Oh, God.
When was the last contractual? I must be missing something. There had to be some, but they have not had a lot of contractual stuff. And in the NFL, it is like it's the league because of non-guaranteed contracts where guys are like, hey, I outperform my contract. I don't have a lot of guaranteed money left. You're going to pay me or I'm going to hold out. Happens all the time, as it should. But the Eagles never seen that problem.
The only two I can think of is we found out way later on that AJ might have been a little bothered by Devontae getting paid, and then he got that contract extension, so they quickly took care of that.
We never heard of it, yep.
And C.J. Gardner-Johnson's had a problem everywhere he's been. So remember him tweeting, popping off after Saquon got the contract, and he's still talking this offseason about Saquon broke up the boys.
They traded him immediately. Yeah, they traded him immediately.
Yeah.
And he got released from the Texans a couple games in, and he got released again from the Ravens.
So if he has a problem, and he's the only problem that you've had, you're doing pretty well.
The bread man got paid. He got his bread. Now, the question I have is he eventually going to get an interception? You know when he likes to jump underneath the
I'm praying for
center?
Or grab the ball from the center?
Yeah.
He is such a monster.
He's a maniac.
I've been doing that in Madden for years.
Oh, yeah?
Have you?
How's it working?
It doesn't work. I always thought about it. If they're spiking it, just dive.
You know, there's only one deal left to get done, boys. There's only one contract left to get done, Howie. It ain't going to happen in this.
Let me think who is he talking about?
That's right.
Jalen Hurts?
Seems like everybody else is getting paid.
Is Club Hurts still around?
Oh, Club Hurts is.
I haven't heard you talk about Club Hurts in a long time.
Club Hurts needed a week off. He's heading to the beach, so Club Hurts hasn't really been hitting the ground running too much. But social media is still humming. He wants to get paid. Training camp is here. E-I-G. That's all I got. That's all I got.
So, to your point, Club Hurts on Instagram has not slowed down because Brendan Petrilli
he's the man.
Just puts out content all the time. So, if you were a Jalen Hurts fan, Club Hurts is the place to go. So, follow at Club Hurts on Instagram. If you're like me, that doesn't need to be a sycophant of Jalen Hurts, Objective Club Hurts is my club. And you can follow that on Instagram as well. In fact, I have 64 followers.
Oh,
I just got a new follower.
Cease and desist. Yeah, Millie Petrilli's been on it. He's been killing it. We're going to do the mixer. We're going to get together. We got some other ideas that are coming fast and furious. But, the offices are a little empty over the next few days.
Hassan Reddick is a name of a contract thing. And what happened? He traded him.
You're right.
This wasn't this prolonged, I'm holding out of camp. It's causing problems. He let it be known he wanted more money, and the Eagles said, yeah, you're out. And they got a second-round draft pick for him.
But was it really money that was the problem?
Well, I know he rubbed his teammates the wrong way going for sacks. That's everything I had heard at the time and now.
I was just joking about the AJ thing that was going
on. Oh, the Adam Schefter.
Yeah. That's got to make you sick if you're in the division. If you're a Cowboy fan, Giant fan, Commanders fan, the fact that now Howie got that done with those two beasts on the interior defensive line. Like, you kidding me? Who's got it better than the Eagles at those positions? Tell me. Between those two guys?
You look at, like we were talking about the Rams earlier. The Rams are legit. Eagles are legit, too. It's a matter of what its Club Hurts look like in the new offense. As I just picked up a new Objective Club Hurts member.
See,
just saying.
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
Shout out to Ryan, who just started following.
Club Hurts. Jalen's going to get paid. He's going to lead this team to the promised land yet again.
I would say the most likely scenario is that Jalen Hurts gets a contract extension from the Eagles. Yep, I agree. I would agree with that. All right. Coming up. Anyone not like this Jalen Carter deal? We do have some voice memos on everything, and we'll get back into what Colin Cowherd had to say about LeBron James, and this is the best starting five he's ever played with. That's coming up next. Middays the Marks, 97.5, the Fanatic. All right, let's talk about betting with Bet Parks for a second. Man, I'm always on the Bet Parks app. In fact, I got to take a look at what's going on with the game tonight. Your Fightins. What do they got going on tonight? I'm looking for a bounce-back night, but you can make your downtime fun time all summer long. So you have the BetParks app. That's just not betting sports. The BetParks app brings the casino right to you. Sean's going down the beach. Maybe you're up at the lake or the boat. Wherever you're going, right in your fingertips, you got the casino. It's the only casino and sportsbook app that I would ever recommend. Blackjack, craps, poker, all your favorite classic casino games right on your phone for real money. And listen, we're talking about the sports. Live bet, Philadelphia baseball, pro golf, MMA, women's pro basketball. And you know what I've been doing? I've been looking at the futures in pro basketball for your team, your town, in pro football. What's going? You know the Birds. Their over under is 10.5 for wins on the season. How are they not winning 11 games? Get on it now before the odds go up. The BetParks online casino and sportsbook app, where there's always another way to win. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland. Details at betcards.com. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now,
Middays with Marks. Coming up at 2 o'clock, Eagles insider Bill Calarulo, Ricky Metallico, Unfiltered. Lot to talk about with the Phillies trade deadline. This is now cool because the trade deadline less than a week away. Lot to talk about. Todd Zalecki on earlier. He is not concerned about Zach Wheeler's exit from the game last night yet. And he didn't seem all that confident the Phillies are going to make a big move at the deadline.
Yeah.
Seems like it's going to be a couple relievers, maybe a starting pitcher, Austin Hayes this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the Eagles insider, Ray, I don't know if you know this, but the breaking news was Jalen Carter signs in an extension first day of training camp, and Bill reported that. I don't know, Ray, how long ago was it? And then some stories came out about maybe this not happening, and Bill stood. I remember where he said it. He said, I am confident this will be done in training camp. And he was right again. Our Eagles insider once again gets it, Ray.
Well,
congrats.
We also are joined by Jeremy Fowler from time to time, who, we claim as our own.
Oh, man, he's good.
And remember, he had the...
well, before you yelled at him, so I don't know if he's heard that anymore.
That's actually a really good point.
The rankings. And Jalen Carter got a little bit of a mix, if you remember. And for those that don't, I'll remind them. He was third ranked as far as the defensive tackles in the NFL. Remember, he goes top 10. And this was the second straight year that he was third, but he got a mixture of praise and more criticism. He's a problem, a veteran NFL defensive coach said about Carter. A game wrecker. You feel his presence out there consistently. He flashes 10 times a game, but gets dragged far too often by average players, another NFL coordinator said about Carter. He dealt with some injuries, so that was put into the mix there. But, man, you got these two guys, and that's where I'm at. Like, this is exciting. I get it. It's Jalen Carter. I guess it was expected for some people, but I hope Eagles fans out there are to the moon right now with the fact that Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are locked up and not going anywhere. And Grenard. Grenard's, how long of a deal was that?
3, I think.
Yeah, so you got those 3 studs right now in the front of your defense.
Yeah, I think it's more of a 2-year contract. But these contracts are all nonsense. But I think the guaranteed money was for like a 2-year, and then you have to take a cap hit in that 3rd year. He's now the highest paid defensive tackle in league history. Woo! And then somebody else will be the highest paid defensive tackle in league history. $106 million guaranteed.
Bread man got paid. He got his bread.
Now, how does he react to that? Like the comment in that blurb right there, which is he's not consistent enough. And when you see the good of Jalen Carter, he can be the best player in the league. But too often he's not that player. That's the Eagles' job to manage that. That's Vic Fangio's job to manage that. Does that mean you take him out a little bit if he's too tired? Is it because he was out of shape? I mean, I don't know.
Do you get the same vibe of Fletcher Cox from time to time? Like, didn't Fletch was a great, like, just fantastic, phenomenal at his position. Got more sack numbers than Jalen. But, like, I feel like there were times that people took shot at Fletcher Cox because he didn't break the double team. You know?
Yeah, Jalen Carter's a different player. He's more like, and not to like. Obviously, Fletcher Cox athletically is ridiculous.
Yeah,
with what he's able to do. But that's how good Jalen Carter is. He's just you'll see, and we've all seen it on social media where they'll show the clip of being the game wrecker. You put 2 guys on him and he just throws them away. Physically, he is so fast and so big and so quick. It's very difficult, and he's in the middle of the line.
Yeah.
You're right. Fletcher was really good at getting to the quarterback, and Carter's just eats up blockers. So even when he's not getting tackles or sacks, he's controlling the line of scrimmage. And now you have Jordan Davis next to that. You got to deal with a 360-pound monster. And that's how you get big sack totals from your ends.
$38 million per year. Hey now, can I borrow $50?
He's almost making as much money as Paul George.
Ninth overall pick, not going anywhere. That's a beautiful thing.
Yep. There we go. All right, give us back on the Sixers here for a second. Karate Mark checking in on the Davis Honda text line. Go.
What up, Karate Mark, Northeast Philly, checking in. Just left the tattoo shop to get measured up for next week's appointment, featuring the LeBron Basquiat crown, Sixers circle stars wrapped around it. I sent a couple mock-up pics to our boy Ray Dunn.
You see him, Ray?
I did.
How they look?
Looks good.
He's tatted up.
Yeah.
So he's not getting anything foolish. Yeah, he's got.
No, his tattoos look good.
He's got an artist, all that stuff. Yeah, we're in the bare bones. Like we're still in the process of planning this. I don't know what I'm getting into.
Trust the process.
Am I doing Indian ink? Am I going to a prison, Greaterford, to get this?
I prefer a prison tattoo.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to go to prison. We just get a former inmate, ex-con, to do it.
That's true. The wife did say, she said, hey, there was a stipulation that in order to get a new tattoo, I have to get one removed. So she wants she wants the belly tat gone. And
that's going to hurt like hell.
I do too, but I don't want to go through that process, dude. That's going to hurt. Because
you know what? Maybe I can hook you up with Morgenstern.
Yeah, they're going to tell me everything I want to hear, John. That's the problem.
Well, Morgenstern's just not hair restoration. It's also Morgenstern Medical, and I think they might do tattoo removal.
I'm sure they do, but the issue is they're going to be like, it's not going to be painful. You'll be fine. And then it's the second time. And then the third time, and I'm squirming.
Just get a bullet like they did. Like, what do you think? What do you think they did in the Civil War? They gave you whiskey and a bullet. And you bit down on the bullet. That was anesthesia in 1865.
I just want to say, in the grand scheme of things, this was a pretty good tat.
When was that?
Hear me out. Think about, look at that. It's faded, but you can still see it.
Show YouTube. So
Make sure you're getting up, Dotsie.
So for people that don't know, Sean, is that old English lettering?
No, it's Chinese.
Chinese lettering.
Chinese.
But it says Sean.
Yes.
How's it Chinese?
I don't think it's old.
Right. He's saying that's Chinese on his belly.
No. What's the font?
I don't. It's not Chinese.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Sorry.
Whatever it is,
Something probably needs to go.
It's something, and it says Sean, and he spells it the correct way. Scene.
And it's the worst when I get my beach vacation.
It's over his belly button, but because of the belly, you can't really see what it says anymore.
Yeah, now it says Bean. DJ Bean in the. So I got to get it removed. But regardless, I'm getting a witness tattoo. I'm excited about that. I'm going to let this marinate over the next few days while I'm on the beach, catching some sun. And we're going to come up with a good idea here to get the people involved.
All right. There we go. We've talking. We're talking about it.
Why does it have to be a 1-for-1, though, thing for you?
For the wife?
Because that was the stipulation. You can get this, but you need to get that removed. And I agree with Sean. That's fine. That's the agreement that you made.
Ugh.
The belly's going to hurt, though.
Oh, it's going to sting. But if I do get that removed, I would honestly tell you that I will live a better life.
Yeah, but does it really get removed? Have people out there had tattoos removed? Because like the Nick Foles tattoo on my back, it is what it is. I don't need to try to go through the process. It's too big.
Our guy DK came through last week, also part of the crew, has the Lombardi on his shoulder, similar to yours.
Is that right?
Showed it. His hair was all flapping in the back. He's like pale like you, like me.
Oh, I'm not pale anymore.
Oh, look at you. Yeah.
Nice golden tan.
There you go.
Probably gone by now. Liz is so dark. She goes out in the sun for an hour and she's got tan lines.
The thing I'm telling you is that if I got it removed, at least I could say, it's a birthmark.
People couldn't see it. It just looks like it's like no one's going to question what the hell's up above your belly button.
I walk by, next thing you know, it turns into the topic of conversation. Like I belong to this new pool now. And all these kindergarten moms are there and they're like, well, I got to ask you, what's on your belly? And I'm like, oh, jeez, here we go.
Oh, dude, I can't tell you how many people at the shore were like, I thought it was you, but then I looked for the tattoo. What's up, Marks? I'm literally in the water lifting my there's like, Uppy! And I'm like, woo, yo, Marks.
That's great.
I can't, the night we went to Playland, there's only one amusement park now in Ocean City because they closed down Wonderland.
Boo.
And it's so packed. There's not a lot of room anyway, but now there's one, so there's really not a lot of room. Dude, I'm telling you, you would have thought I was a rock star in there the night that we went. We went for 2 nights, legit. And you would have thought I was a rock star, how many people recognized me. I was like, big listener, love the show.
That's awesome.
And my middle daughter gets a kick out of it. She'll bet me how many people will say something. I have to give her $1 every time somebody says something. Did you see the video I put out? I did the double shot.
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
I did the double shot.
I gotta find
You know the double shot?
Mm-mm. Oh, what is that? That's
double shot's the thing that starts on the bottom and shoots all the way to the top.
You.
And you feel it in your balls.
Oh, yeah. Deep in your loins.
No problem. As long as I can't do the tilt-a-whirl, but I can do the up and down. Tilt-a-whirl makes me sick. I'm gonna send it to the group chat right now. All right, coming up, A.J. Brown comments went viral. What is this? and the YouTube chat recap. That's all next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
This is great. Yeah. So, but he's been sharp, man, and he's been leading this group, man. I brag on him all the time about how he's a leader, you know, and to get everyone's attention. When he speaks in front of the room, everyone's eyes are glued, guys, and I mean that's very powerful, especially at a young age. So I'm excited.
There he is, A.J. Brown, is always very positive speaking on the quarterback.
They said I was a diva.
Yep. Middays with Marks. By the way, still waiting for that viral hit piece on A.J. Brown that I was promised by so many people. Like, oh, man, the story's coming. The story on A.J.'s coming. Ray, have you seen anything?
I have not seen the story on A.J. Brown yet.
You know why? Because nobody thinks that about A.J. Brown with the Eagles. Nobody's going to say it, Sean Brace.
Do you think this could go south up in New England this year?
No.
No? Year one?
What does that mean? With AJ?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
AJ isn't some wild wide receiver that.
I mean, he's already complaining.
He's calculated. Oh, stop. He's calculated. If nothing else, like the thing that rubs me the wrong way about AJ is that it seems like everything was premeditated that he was doing. The entire thing was as calculated as anything I've seen. From the wink to Gronk and Edelman to. He knew exactly what he was doing and what he was going to do. He probably knew it before the season.
On dudes. Wow, thinking about that. That seems like a different lifetime ago.
Long time ago.
And that's all we talked about because it was A.J. Brown in the trade. Is he getting traded? What's
Before
going
LeBron
on?
watch, we had AJ watch.
We did. Remember how many people were like I might have been called the most names in my professional career during that time.
Over the A.J. Brown
over
stuff.
the A.J. Brown stuff. And, like, to me, it became more about them than about me. If they wouldn't have traded A.J. Brown, like, all right, they didn't trade A.J. Brown, but it was just so clear that's what they were going to do.
Oh, yeah.
No, the Carson, I was an anti-Carson Wentz guy before anybody was an anti, and I got death threats over that. I got, like, Santa Lucido death threats.
Ooh.
Yeah, in my DMs.
I haven't gotten a death threat in a little while.
The guy that used to run Lenny Dykstra's social media account threatened to kill me. His name was George something.
Oh, nice. The one I remember this one time I was at a Flyers game and I was just sitting there and all of a sudden I get a tweet and the guy was like, "Whenever I hear your voice, it makes me want to drive to the station and kill you," and I wasn't even on the air. It's like, dude, it's not me. I'm not even on the air. What are you talking about?
Like the scene from Happy Gilmore. Steve Buscemi's putting lipstick on his.
That was him. Jeez, bro. Calm down.
All right, 1 o'clock hour of the program brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restoration. Great teams stick together. So does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration championship results. Visit morgensternhair.com or call them 610-831-HAIR. James is calling from South Jersey. James, go ahead. Hello.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
What's up, brother?
Listen, I'm a longtime listener of you two, and this is my first time calling in since you guys have come on the air because I'm still pinching myself the fact that we're here right now. So from a longtime listener of you two, thank you for continuing to do what you've been doing over the airwaves over these years. Brace, I heard you over the weekend. The excitement is still here. I want to shift gears real quick to just really level set everybody about what's happening right now in this area. I mean, the fact that one of the best players in this era wants to come finish his career in Philadelphia tells you everything you want to know. So with all that being said, I mean, I came on today because we prayed for this time, guys. Like we set our minds on this years ago with the trust the process era, and it gave us a chance to really think beyond what we were, where we were at, who was around us. And then the Eagles did their thing, and the Phillies didn't do their thing. And then the Flyers are showing us opportunities to really do their thing. I just want to encourage everybody right now that's hearing me and say, yo, take a step back and really appreciate where the Philadelphia sports scene is right now in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, James,
like, I just got to.
It's such a great point. I mean, because, like, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of a semi-recent year where it was like, wow, this really sucks. And we have been on a really, really good run. And now LeBron's in Philadelphia. It's like the Eagles are perennial Super Bowl contenders pretty much every year. They've won 2 in less than 10 years. And LeBron James is a 76er. And the Sixers have a legitimate chance to win a title in the next 2 years. Now, the Flyers are on the up and up. And the Phillies are a pain in the ass, but they're still a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
we have every opportunity right now not to be upset as a region. Like, we need to really rally around each other and say, hey guys, we're the hunted. That's okay, because we're ready for it now. Jalen Carter just signed his deal. We're ready to fight now as the hunted. Like, let's embrace this. I'm so excited, guys.
Let's go.
I appreciate you, James. Let's
go.
hit it.
Oh, you want? I got you right here.
Hey.
At 6'9" from St. Vincent, St. Mary's, number 23, LeBron James.
Damn right. Shout out to James. That was a great call.
Yep.
His name is LeBron James.
It's such a good song. All right, let's get to the YouTube chat recap. What do we got, Ray?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Giddy up.
That's some great fit, Ray. You could wear that into Garage Bar for some great icebreakers. I am the king of game. Dune from the chat.
Ooh. Will you?
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, at
baby.
this point, today, I'm not going to the bar tonight. I got.
You were there last night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired. Yesterday was a long day.
Yeah.
Guys are dragging.
How many beverages?
Only like 4.
Misread the calculations.
Burger?
Burger, of course.
Burger, 4 beers.
I split it.
Stumbled home?
It was 2 at Garage, it was 2 at Fishtown Tavern, and then it was.
Damn.
Now, what, are these standard beers or these high alcohol beers?
Statesides.
Monday Night Football?
Oh, you're drinking stateside.
Yeah, $6 statesides on Monday nights there.
Jeez.
Okay. The $6 smash
Oh,
burger.
there it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
What type of bun they use over there?
A briole?
It better be brioche. Brioche. I had a burger one day, like 2-3 weeks ago, and I'll tell you what, the bun not good, and it totally took everything down.
Can't not have a good bun.
It's a big burger, which
Well, it better be a big bun.
the bun's not big enough for the burger.
Right, I like that.
Yeah, that's what keeps me coming back.
I'm so hungry. I didn't eat today. I forgot.
You get the fries with it for $6.
Ooh.
And fries?
Yeah,
That's a
hell of
Ray
deal.
special.
It
great.
better come with fries.
For $6.
Yeah, he gets buzzed and he has a burger and he goes home.
And he hangs out with the bartenders.
Right.
Connor was sitting right there next to me.
Hey, Ray.
All right, what's next?
Embiid will play 70 games before Bryce actually goes back to the outfield. Money Mar from the chat.
Well, that's impossible because Joel Embiid will never play 70 games. It is possible that Bryce goes back to the outfield. Is it a small possibility? Even if it's 1%, there is a 0% chance Joel Embiid plays 70 games. 0.
Including playoffs?
So, to your point, you don't believe Bryce Harper is going to go to the outfield. Okay, point taken. You think he'll go?
No.
Then why does he have an outfield glove?
Because he's doing the whole, hey, I'll do anything to win conversation. He's trying to put pressure on the front office. Hey, if Dave Dombrowski come out and say, it remains to be seen if he could be a leader good, it's more than fine for Bryce Harper to be like, yo, Dave, guess what? I'm going to let everybody know it's on you to make this better.
All right. I do think it's unlikely.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Todd's Leggy joined us earlier. They spotted it. He didn't Bryce didn't come out with the outfield mitt on his head and said, like, hey, what's going on, guys? You see my outfield mitt? Someone spotted it and took note. Good investigative reporting. All right. What's next?
I really don't get how people are this upset about signing LeBron. It's not costing you much. His presence alone is going to be enough to motivate Joel, Maxey, and VJ. If Bayless from the chat.
Yeah, what other players have signed veteran minimums this year in the NBA? Would you rather have them than LeBron James? I mean, come on.
Yeah. The fit, the basketball fit, just the team fit,
It actually
what they
fits.
need. Oh, it's perfect.
This team, and this is not a shot at Maxey or Edgecombe because they're both young, they need somebody that's a winner. Joel Embiid is not a winner. He almost needs to be shown how to do it. He needs to lead. This team needs a leader. And Jaylen Brown's going to give you a lot of that, too. That was a really good addition, and he could have been your leader.
He's been to 2 finals, won 1.
LeBron James, the ultimate leader. What's next?
We only have another 12 months max of Ray before he goes on to megastardom. Some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are too bright. MBD from the chat.
Yeah, I don't know if he's leaving the city just yet. But would it surprise me, if Ray, I mean, he's look at him. He's got this podcast, that podcast. He's on TV. He's the voice of this. He's the voice of that.
His name is Ray Dunn.
We need some Ray parodies.
There it is.
By the way, Sixers are paying LeBron James less this year than they paid Andre Drummond last year.
Damn.
You want to cry about LeBron
that?
James?
Yeah, like have the perspective of what they're paying them. They're not, hey, they're using a max slot and you can't get this player because of it.
That's the issue. People look at him and they get so blindsided.
People are always going to be against LeBron James. All right, any more?
Once Q and Coop are signed, man, this is a generational defense. MJ from the chat.
And so they're going to pay them $55 million between the two?
Greatest Eagles defense of all time. Yes? Yes?
Yes. Well, the one that won the Super Bowl. Yeah. The modern era. I don't know, but 1960.
I'm talking about this upcoming season. This team. No, we got a long way to go. But
well, listen, Dory Jackson was a corner last year. It's going to be tough to make up for that. Is he signed? Can we bring him back?
I thought he went to the Cowboys.
I think so.
Did he?
Feel
Thought he
fact
did,
there.
yeah.
Well, people will have to excuse me when I root for him as a Cowboy. 'Cause I'm the president of the fan club.
Oh.
Got to be loyal to my guy. Coming up next, Unfiltered, Ricky Bo and our Eagles insider, Bill Colarulo. See you.